So, welcome back, everyone, to session number 16 of our Heart of Mora campaign. Where last we left off, last game, you guys had been basically coming down from a bit of a high, burning down the lumber mill and successfully being rewarded for your efforts by Darkheart and his freedom fighters. Slumbering through the evening, you guys woke up in the morning deciding what to do. After discussing things with Darkheart and an encounter with the elves the night before, you thought it best to change the arrangement set forth by the elves, which was for Lucian to meet them at the Hunter's Lodge. You guys wrote a note instructing them to meet you on Sunday in Fist Village at a local tavern, which you haven't been to yet, but Darkheart informed you there was one. You gave the note to Darkheart for him to give to someone, to give to Franzono and Valtrina in the Hunter's Lodge, and then departed. Up the Tulgo River before the tide came in, you guys followed along the riverside, along the cliff, brought yourselves up, ventured through the jungle, found your path along the road, and eventually, through the thick fog, found yourself traveling most of the day. With only a few hours left to push through to Fist Village, you decided to continue forth, which was slightly exhausting for some of you, more so than others. Almost reaching the village, you were ambushed by a group of horrifying creatures, gnolls, of which Lucian almost died, being pin-cushioned by several arrows twice. But eventually you made it to Fist Village, and Usk and Kushagra are still wary of the guard presence that is known to be in Fist Village, although it apparently, as its own independent city, is still under some protection from the nation of Avondale. So the two of them decided to sleep somewhere on the outskirts near a newly forming wall that is yet to be completely constructed, wooden palisade that's going around the village eventually. And the other four of you were able to barter your way in with the local guard to sleeping within the walls of the guardhouse, not being an actual inn in this small little village. He was like, you can tent outside if you like. You were able to talk him into getting some sweet beds for yourselves. After building a little fort and going to sleep, eventually the morning does break forth, and we are into, what did I say again? The morning of Afterday. The last day of Diuna before Kappa. And one day before you're expected to meet Farah. What did I say? Right, thank you. Anyway, yes, they're cute enough. So, we'll start with those of you who are in the guardhouse. As you begin the stirring of guards changing shift over as well, the kind of grumbling of individuals, you hear an individual's voice amongst the others discussing a few things. He's kind of like, I didn't give you any authority to allow any of these trespassers within the walls. Are you sure they were even... Let me get a look at these people. Where exactly are they sleeping?
Not a fort. Not a fort. In the corner.
So there is a fort. A little sign on the outside that says "No boys allowed." That's at the back corner, though. Rather before that.
It's very possible you did that.
No, I made a fresh bed for you in front of the station.
I was thinking about crawling.
Say, let's see here. I'll roll to see who gets.
He just wants to please Davina for whatever reason.
Big sister.
Yeah, that's totally. Yeah.
You hear this individual's voice carrying over, and he kind of approaching a bed. It's actually none of yours, but you all kind of look down instinctively down this row of bunks basically on either side of the wall. You see individuals getting themselves geared up, some of them gearing down. Through the crowd, you see a strong, short stature with kind of a short head of black hair standing on its end, this sort of human male. Anyway, good lord, just disregard that. Kind of giving the business to an individual and tapping on the boots of someone laying in the bed and kind of like, I'll step forth, let me see some identification. And standing up, you see a short dwarven man, kind of thin and gaunt with these kind of salt and pepper hair. It's a little bit wavy and thin. and kind of looks down and see these piercing blue eyes and really thin lips. Kind of putting his coat on, you see this kind of burgundy cloak with like this nice like silver trim. Matt, would you like to join us at the table? No, get a chair.
All right.
Bring the chair. And I'm not going to make you kneel. It's going to be hours.
That's gonna be
ours.
I feel like
so small.
wait 2 hours.
Yeah.
Don't
We
worry.
learned from that mistake.
You know what?
Part of the party.
So this individual standing over you, he's fairly young, like, and so some identification there would be necessary. Who exactly are you?
Name is Delson.
Elson?
Delson Truthseeker.
Oh, the name is unfamiliar to me. Any identification on you? Who exactly are you?
Hands over some papers as well as present a signet ring.
Oh, very good.
I was gonna say that's
Oh, carry on.
I roll the pedigree as well.
As you continue to get yourself ready and they make their way down, you see across from you, tapping on the boots next would be Lucian. You kind of like, excuse me there, good morning.
Oh, my shoulder. Oh, dear God.
Sorry to wake you. Did you sleep well, stranger?
A stranger. Oh, my. I think I do have some papers here somewhere. Could you help someone up, for a minute? Just throw my hand up to see if you can.
Helps you out of bed.
Oh.
Mixed around.
Bit of a late rabble. I understand you were accosted in the evening. Is that this is the case?
A wee bit.
A few dead bodies of gnolls found down the road this morning.
Well, they got me quite well, actually. And I'll looked up some papers, just checking them.
Oh.
Many numerous falls.
That looks rather ghastly. Are you recovering all right?
I believe so.
Good.
I could be better, but arms a little stiff.
What's wrong with your face?
Oh, right. My horrible condition. I do have a skin condition. It's very rare.
Oh, right.
I'll see by it.
Now roll me a deception check.
Okay. Bail me now. New dice.
18.
Okay.
Nice.
Accepted.
Septica.
I'll spare us all your grisly mug then. What exactly are you doing in Fist Village today?
Should ignore that comment. We were merely just passing through. We're on our way to the cellar. The wineries.
And you arrived so late.
Yes, we wanted to make haste. Urgent business with it.
And you? And he kind of taps on the boots of Barrett. Good morning,
Hello?
Tiefling. Interesting.
What?
Seeing all the boobs first.
Where?
Whoa.
Whoa, tiefling?
You are together?
Together or traveling?
And this one is with you as well? Pointing to the dwarf that you guys don't know.
Yes.
We don't have
Roll me a deception check.
Guys, we have a dwarf.
Yes, I always wanted a door.
There, it's just
That
using
is
the
a plus
yes and.
Yeah.
A dwarf of your very own. Plus 6, so that's a
It's all enough.
24.
Jesus.
Oh, very good. You all
Yeah.
guards as well? Then, I suppose. And, yes, down at the end there, sir. Very well. Get yourselves organized and help yourselves to breakfast, I suppose. He goes down to the end of the hall.
And as I'm gonna say, before you get down the hall, can I hear what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If I can hear what's happening, I would be dismantling.
Okay. He walks down and you're like just rolling up the last few of the sheets or
Yes,
whatever.
I would be dismantling it.
Fort Timdale
Yeah.
comes by Davina first and kind of like,
I don't know.
Just sitting on the
Okay.
bed, like,
Doesn't look like he's from around here.
dismantle it.
good morning, two of you. Did you all sleep well as well?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Very good. And you are with these individuals as well? They are your partners?
I've never seen them before.
No,
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Yes, yes. Yes.
This is no joking matter. The law is meant to be upheld here as much as possible, and I'm in charge. And as long as I'm in charge,
We always follow the law.
Is this the same human that started off the...
Yes, man with black hair.
Oh.
Seems to be in charge.
We try to uphold this.
I'm committed.
Well, help yourselves to some breakfast, I suppose, and do not tell about too much.
I got
Do not tell you, but is that what he said? Do not. What he said?
Tully.
Tell you about.
Oh.
I
This is a place of military operation, and we will not necessarily to have civilians in here on the regular. I suppose. Well, sir, they did say there were guards. Yes, I suppose. I wouldn't want to interfere with the king's work, of course. Carry on.
Good.
Goes, leaves.
just like giving you any slow. Like,
Start to
It's time to stop my stuff.
Anyone gonna address the
Playing with my
dwarf in the room?
Nope, because I said I was with him and I'm getting ready to take off.
I would, once my stuff's all packed, I'll make my way like up the hallway, essentially to where Barrett and Shin both are.
I do too. I'm just like,
So
Is
I'll
the
notice
dwarf
the
standing
man
close
of
to them?
pedigree
Within at least like 15 feet of you guys, a couple bunks
smell
down the
it.
row.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation back on the bed to turn to dirty it up. After I get up
Dirty it up.
there. Yeah. I'm feeling like I'm around it.
Giant stain in the middle.
Kingpin over here.
I'll start to notice the man of pedigree and his fine robes.
You call him man. What brings you? Oh, right. Apologies. What brings you to these
Fail.
neck of the woods out here?
I go to the wine with my business is my own. However, since you're friends,
Colleagues.
Mazel tov.
I always thought we were more than that.
Oh, Barrett, you know I'm just kidding.
that's the last time I healed you.
Oh, I don't think it was the
always
first
knew you were
time you
just
me.
Excuse you.
Really, kid?
You
I
don't
like
give
him
me
both
your
back.
as like punch him.
Since your colleague has already introduced us as traveling together, I suppose it would be good to hold appearances.
You're off to the winery as well.
Yes.
Can I ask you where you've gotten your robes? I'm in the mode.
She's currently wearing same dress.
Thank you. So
Yeah, that's super.
I burned all my
so
clothes
true.
off because they were on fire, so I ripped them off.
Yeah.
So it's literally going around in female armor.
So you have a loner dress from Atanda that is
Oh, whatever.
quite revealing. It's shoulders to navel, low cut all the way down, basically.
That's a lot.
Imagination is
Do you
keeping
have
things
a
together.
Tail
I'm in-
ring.
I'm in the
have
market.
a spare set.
Would it be long enough for me, though?
She's
I'm quite tall,
He's like
not
7
large.
He's like 4 foot tall.
Yeah, you're not coming up to her hips.
I mean, it could be a nice, like,
Short.
waist, like,
That explains the
A
confusion.
short dress.
Do you know what?
It could be a little on the short side, but it might be a little less. He gestures this way here.
A little less what?
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Do you want the robes?
I would love it. Thank you. When I grab it.
Okay. If they're dwarf size, which they certainly would be,
It's a cape, right?
yeah, for dwarf.
Yeah, well, I
Goes
could
down
do
to
like
the-
Red Riding
It's
Hood.
like going to like the top of your butt.
I'm a
yeah.
sexy Red Riding Hood.
So it'd be like a shawl almost. Or
Sorry,
something.
what's the race?
Oh, I am
A moon elf.
A moon elf.
She, yeah, very, very,
Very
very
just-
pale. Like an albino almost. Yeah.
Butters.
Your favorite voice
Butters
ever
the
to buy
dwarven
one.
equivalent to Moon Elf.
You've never seen anyone like that in your life, that's for sure.
Okay.
We are very.
It's for sure.
It's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, the dwarven equivalent to L
Yeah.
in the most derogatory fashion.
We are a very menagerie.
I wear the cloak.
Wait a second.
Oh, dear. I'm the
What
one.
do you have? Do you speak Dwarvish?
I thought I did.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Good thing, because
Good idea.
we're never gonna encounter those.
You guys don't think you're gonna be giants? Maybe they'll be giants. It's Mora.
Speak Dwarvish.
Oh, right.
Well, it was all right. If your truth is your own for going up there, but it's companion, maybe we can get to know each other a bit better. I see that you are a man of study as well.
Were you poking fun at him?
No.
I
Simply, I notice that you are too a man of knowledge.
Two?
Well, my name is Truth Seeker.
Yes, that's what's mine.
truth seeker.
Truth seeker.
It's a clan name. It's a familial name.
So Mama Truth Seeker. Yeah, Truth Seeker. Junior.
Do not speak his name.
Junior Truth Seeker. Off with it. Off with it.
While this is going on, Tim's just gonna walk.
Goes
through
on for a
the
while.
room. Like, just like walk through them. Like,
Guards are also doing the same, like, excuse me,
yeah.
pushing through this conversation.
And
Fly
Fingo
away with
walks
my
through
new
it.
cape, fling it, and then I'm like making my way to the kitchen.
Yeah,
So we
I'm gonna walk through them, and I'm going straight outside
Okay.
of the barracks.
You're going to the kitchen?
I'm going to get some
Right.
food.
It's morning slop type of thing. Like, guards are, big long table, bench on either side, kind of elbows deep, and like, having their morning.
Can I see if I can find something more appetizing?
You can roll me a perception check, sure.
Or I can do whatever you want.
what we got for better than slop.
I'm
all for some gruel, but
23.
slop? Like,
Okay. Amongst the bowls of like basically porridge and like working food or whatever, you find some fresh fruit amongst the table as well. That you're like, okay,
Would have killed this.
outside and like
no, this is like inside.
Yeah,
the
can I
house,
actually be with her at this point?
Sure, yeah.
Do I also? Well, you would actually probably understand.
She would have been able to spot it on the table and be like,
I know you
yeah,
guys.
apple.
Like,
I'm gonna grab some pieces of fruit and just kind of have them in my hands, but I am going to walk out with the fruit and see if I can get away with that. As if I own the place.
naturally.
And so you're like,
Yes.
fill your arms up a few, and you see
Not like, I'm not like
a couple things.
4
fruit.
fruit.
There's fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 fruit.
As you're walking towards the door, you feel a small hand, like a hand grab your shoulder, kind of like without looking. This guy's still into his bowl. Where are you going with those? Just hold on to you for a moment.
We have friends outside that couldn't stay in, so I was hoping that maybe you'd let me take these to them.
Roll me a persuasion check.
You said you wanted to picnic outside.
Oh,
An 8.
She's not. I've seen worse.
Friends?
If they're hungry, they'll come in. Take only your share. And goes to reach 2 more, like 2 of the 4
Yeah,
in your
okay.
hands.
Okay.
Shoves all of it in your mouth.
yeah. I'm eating it now.
So he goes to reach like 2 of them.
If they're hungry, they'll come in. Holmes gonna say, okay.
We're gonna go tell them that there's food. There's food inside.
He's like, yeah. So he's gonna go take 2 of the like fruit out of your hands if possible.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's fine. And I'll like,
Puts them on the table and he's kind of
and yeah, the other 2 that I have, I'll put in front of him as well.
okay.
On the okay.
I
Yeah,
noticed
wait.
this interaction happening, and I walk over. I'm like,
Well, he's paying attention to them. I'm gonna cast precipitation on his food to make it taste like crap.
You are just triggered.
Spell Stew requires spell uses, just worth noting. So doing spells. So as he's like, those. He's just about to take a bite, and Davina starts talking to him. You want those as well? Eat, sit, enjoy.
I'm leaving at this point as this is happening as well too.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick.
and then I hand them back to Tim.
Spits on the floor and like, what do you put in this?
As that's going on, I hand the 2 fruit back.
Elser takes a look over.
Can I take
snickers.
See, are you guys trying to be stealthy about it?
No.
Okay, he's, I'll say
I
disadvantage.
said while he is
Okay.
spitting his
He's
food
spitting
out.
it out. He doesn't
I'm
seem to
like,
be paying
"Yeah."
attention to that. And then by the time he like gets his mouth up, he's like, "Oh, I need a drink." And sits himself up on the table and goes over to the kitchen to help himself to some beer or something.
I help myself to a beer as well.
It only comes in
I'm
bites.
taking my 2 pieces of fruit outside.
Okay.
To meet up with Usk and Kushagra.
Okay. So as Timdale, you exit out.
I'll make my way outside as well.
Okay.
Kind of a cruel joke. The
grab a
meat
couple
eater
fingers
and the
of
one
ale.
with no teeth.
Some bread.
Fibrous.
Hey, I'm assuming there's a banana in there. I can mush that up for you. I have a more.
Mandango.
Oh,
I'll make you some baby food.
They're bandanas.
Mandango.
It's like a pie.
Are we?
It's a big black pie.
Yeah, we'll jump to you guys. So as you guys are like waking up,
Yeah.
you hear this kind of like.
Stretch out and like scratch my back on his tail.
You hear this like little like familiar short footsteps coming your way as Timdale approaches.
It's like it's round the corner. What am I holding?
Say 2 melons for the sake of it,
Oh my.
Varying sizes.
like cantaloupes or something.
See 2 melons wanting
You just threw the bush.
teeth to get through melon.
Yeah, that's the gesture.
I have these for you.
Thank you. Ravenous.
Oh, he's like,
Oh, yeah, your big neck.
Yeah.
Bonus marks for props.
Very good for the brow.
Totally picturing that scene in like Robin Hood
watching Usk waiting for him.
or
to
Hood
eat
or
it,
whatever
like-
with like Kevin Costner.
Enjoy.
They like break out of prison or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're like drinking the fruit. Yeah.
Water. Drinking some of the
Okay. And it's fruit. Usk just smashes it.
Good for water.
Surprised.
How often we getting a bowl of gruel over there?
What's,
Okay.
sitting on?
what's like the late? What's it look like outside?
So as you guys are waking up, it's still like very early for the sake of, but you can see guards coming out as like fresh for the day, for the morning, out of the guardhouse and beginning their kind of patrol routes. You see like a group as you peek over, your little barricade area that you guys kind of makeshifted. You see like a group of 4 kind of approaching the edge of the town to this direction, and you see a few workers as well, like in tow with kind of shovels in hand kind of thing, like on their way over to this. You guys are resting at the work site essentially, probably about 10 minutes walk away, not farther than that. They're making a leisurely morning, talking with each other, coming this way though.
I'd immediately like, hi, that's our cue to leave. Put up. I'm gonna kind of do a skirt around to the other side of the palisade.
Okay. Sure. All right.
And I do not. I go back.
Okay.
I'm looking around to see if I can find to see any like
Uh,
actively like anybody that looks like they're Avondale, like part of Avondale.
Okay, I mean, there's guards around. You're at the guardhouse, so there's quite an
Yeah.
exchange.
But,
Multiple
like,
people.
They're guards. Are they Avondale guards or are they like?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah, they're not. They're all dressed in Avondale attire. They look exactly like the same ones you see around. Like they all just have. They're just soldiers essentially.
As Timdale's walking away, I'm gonna put my head back out. I'm gonna concentrate, try that thing again. I'm gonna project my voice through her mind and say, "Meet us on the road heading north. Just gonna go be there waiting." You hear this in your mind as if I'm talking to you.
I would immediately like on a pin, turn around, and just go.
I'm just like behind the palisade.
yeah.
Come on, let's go. Circle around.
Don't do that again.
That's the like group of workers is up. What?
Don't do that again.
My lady.
We know what you did.
To me? They said that to me?
Your lady.
And her.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I'm a female.
You're a Timdale.
Yes, I'm going to go back to the barracks. And
Okay.
I meet up with
I'm sitting outside.
You're just hanging out outside. Anything you're looking for particularly? Or you're just looking.
Just kind of looking around, getting the lay of the
That's
of what's around.
Okay. Roll me a perception check for the sake of it.
I am a
13.
Okay. I'd say as you're like looking out and you get a general idea about like how many guards might potentially be in the village at this given time. You see the changeover. You're like, there's probably about 20 or so guards. Pretty heavy amount considering the small population that must exist within this small little village. So as you guys are
I think that's the bridge
close by.
So as you guys are sitting around the table enjoying some gruel,
Yep.
Tyndale comes back in, join you guys.
Yeah, I've grabbed some food.
Like, most of the guards are finishing up eating and getting their day started and stuff by now.
What do you call yourself?
My name is thus
Elsa?
Elser.
So.
Said it wrong again.
Seltzer. Yeah.
I don't speak Lord.
Seltzer.
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 White claw.
I'm going to call you Seltzer.
Yeah. It's Seltzer.
Which.
It's like lantern, but bells.
Yeah.
Seltzer.
Seltzer. Seltzer.
Lantern.
Seltzer.
Seltzer. I like Seltzer.
Of course you would. You would.
Because I'm like drinking my beer.
Yeah, I would be very quietly. Just
It's
Incredibly
Making
lovely coincidence to find a newfound person of interest, but maybe heading this very same way we're going. This is lovely. You know, have you been here long yet, Elsa? In the area. All right, so we have much for talk. All right.
I like him.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah.
This rule though.
It's not bad.
nice and gray.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tim's not a fan.
All right, shall we?
Yeah, it's like overcooked porridge. Lumpy,
Just
not
loving
great.
Every minute of it.
because I'm just munching on my like.
I was a boy, we would have killed our own mother for gruel biscuit.
You have a hard life, didn't you? You're
I gotta be like wrapping my arm in like a sling kind of thing. If I
It
can.
has been recovered.
I fixed you.
Just like the day after, it's just fine.
I rolled like a nat.
I've
20.
dislocated my arms many times. It takes the muscles a bit of time to relax and
it's
heal.
sore.
Like it's gonna be sore. You can wrap it, sure, but worth noting that your functionality of your arm is
fine?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I healed
Well, then
you
I'll just-
very,
Not for long.
very fantastic.
You did a fantastic job.
Popped her in place. Like, you're definitely gonna be sore, sure,
then
but nothing an
all
adventurer
that
can't handle.
Dad knows.
Maybe not a Lucian though.
And I apparently took a large blow when I came down. I must have fallen on a rock or something. My arm popped right up.
Knowles, say no more.
Yes.
I stole floor.
Bastards.
Say no.
Oh, Barrett. Save your jokes for the tavern, my friend.
Well, so where do you hail from? It's quite back.
Yes, yeah.
I like
Keeps his cards close to his chest.
It's the Green Isles or something. Is that where the dwarves are from?
Druga.
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 I forget more in Gel.
I was just like, look at. Nope, that's the heart.
That's
Huh.
ancient Druga.
Oh, Jigger, there it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I'm from really close to them.
Yes. This is why you would like it. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, you've been in Amnesia, so.
Nobody knows where you're from.
Where you from?
I don't know where I'm from.
A big idea.
Well, I went out and saw Kushagra and Usk, and he said to meet us on the main road leading up to the brewery, so
When?
Oh, you positively love Usk.
There's more of you people?
Yes.
You people.
yeah, what do you mean, you
Well,
people?
they're not necessarily
you mean?
people. Well, we're gonna get
They aren't
technical. They're not
people.
necessarily people. Sentient beings. Let's just put it that.
Well, that's
Oh,
I'm saying that someone
That makes one of them, I guess.
I'm telling
I was
you, he
like,
said
Don't
that.
say that. Don't. This never leaves this conversation, all right?
Do we have sending stones active right now?
If,
Yeah,
you- and
you
like,
did.
so this is the part of the day where you would change your things that you're infusing.
If
Whatever. Like
yeah.
so that there's like a period in the morning, like after you finish a long rest, where you do your infusion and
Right.
stuff. This is that. It's basically like
But I
switching
think
spells.
we have sending stones active currently.
So yeah, unless you're changing it,
I think
yes,
so.
you guys did them up last
Who
game.
has them?
He does.
Who's
good?
no.
He always loses it, and they're like, "Which rock?"
Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to make sure. We're good. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Sweet.
Any
I just like have it like the receiver on the whole time. Like you just hear our whole.
Shit talk.
Talkie.
Not people. Not people.
You haven't explored it, you don't know. You could ask some. Like, there's probably one or two guards floating around still. If you wanted to ask.
I'm sitting there drinking my beer and I
didn't actually know.
Please don't make me hear some meat.
Jobs, do you like fish?
Ooh, fish.
I know someone who does.
You're in Fish Village. Good place for fish if you like fish.
You say Fish Village?
Check out the fishery, or you could have lunch at Tiny Fishes, the tavern over there, across the way.
All the fish goes in the fish village.
Tiny fish.
Fish. Fish.
Not much else here but fish. There's a big shrine in the center to some fucking god or something, I know. The locals. I don't know, some weird fish shrine. Don't touch any of the fish in it, or they'll freak out.
Oh, have you done that?
Not me, but, well, you know, we're always told not to mess with the fish around the big rock thing.
I wonder where the fish go.
Fish.
Yes.
Well, thank
One
you for
fish,
your
two
intel.
fish, red
Ah,
fish.
yeah.
I hand him a
Goose fish.
A blueberry. Maggie? Oh, it's top.
All right.
Let's go.
No, he said it's true.
Oh, I thought
You're tart.
Thanks, Star.
I'd be like,
Shocking. Fuck you.
And we take out
the fish tavern if we wanted to.
Fish tavern at this.
The tiny fish.
I also want to
You're gonna hear me like touch my pants pocket and it's just no jingle. So I'm
Are you still-
notoriously very broken.
Still broke?
No, I haven't gained anybody.
How about that tapestry you stole?
Well, nobody wants it.
I wonder why. Maybe because you found it in a dank tavern.
Who have
It's
you
a
tried to
beautiful
sell that
tapestry.
to?
yeah, true. Nobody
I
wants it.
Somebody
I
who
don't know
actually
people
appreciates
able-
its value. And has to find someone who will appreciate
Out of the
You gotta
den
find
of
someone, that's
fucking
what you're saying.
savage people. or whatever.
Precisely.
Precisely.
Yeah, but we have the biggest one selling it.
Oh, that's
You gotta sell it back to Doctor.
Mm.
Get profit.
All right, I want to check out this town.
I don't think you'll mind.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I want to go to the shrine.
Okay.
We get a map from it?
Yeah, I'll throw a little map up here. So, as you guys are in Little Fist Village here.
Yep, the only we could do really
So, this is where you guys were making camp, right about down there, Kushagra and Usk, and you guys are walking your way up through the backside here, through the little woods. You guys were sleeping over here. So, you walk over to this large mound thing, Davina. Is anyone else going with you? You guys staying inside?
I'm with her.
To know.
I'm already going out.
I'll start
Okay, so
to
you three.
get out and encourage our new friend Belgium to join us.
Okay.
Fuck. Take that as a yes. All right.
What?
So, as Davina being the first one, you see this strange, large, clearly man-made mound of rock and dirt, standing about 30 feet high or so. Surrounding it is this, like about 5 feet deep, this big pit around it, essentially, like a moat, filled with water. Yeah, you see forms of like hefty, leafy plant growth in this shallow pool that surrounds this entire thing. And then it's just like a big mound of dirt and rock in the center. But it's very beautiful, actually. Lots of little plants sprouting out of the water itself. Like, as you look in it, you see little fishes swimming around.
Can I tell?
Roll me a religion check.
Cute.
Of course.
Not mine.
No.
17.
soon.
So,
Bide your time.
you've heard enough about just a general, pantheon of gods enough. So this is a shrine to the god Wamban. They are the god of sea creatures and fish. So the shrine, at least as far as you know, is meant to ensure the longevity of the fishing within its presence. The small fish that live within the shrine, within the pool, are considered very sacred.
Sorry, don't let
They are, yeah, they are not to be disturbed. They are essentially there to ensure the longevity of future fishing prospects in the area. It's an offering of peace to the god Wamban for taking so much of its bounty out of the water.
Not one more.
That's cool.
No, okay.
That's
Do I have a
it.
copper to throw into the pool.
Is it a wishing well?
I think that's all I have. Oh, yes.
Throw you into the well.
How does one pay their respects to
Fish.
a shrine like this?
I would say by
That's
like feeding the fish, perhaps would
Okay.
be like with a decent enough roll. Like you might get an idea that perhaps offering some
You
feed
can always use some jump.
fish food for the fishes might be a way of offering, to the god Womban. Certainly not killing them, though.
No.
No kidding?
What would happen if we did?
I mean, you would know that it might upset the gods Womban, but that would be, and perhaps the people in town as well.
Let's not antagonize a god today. God today.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's a new day. And a new month. All right.
Yes.
We should probably make our way. Usk, you said Usk and Kushagra. Right?
You got it.
We're not going to the
Oh,
tavern.
Yeah, you're like visibly can see the tavern and smell fish cooking already.
Look, that's a tavern.
It's like right there.
You'll kill it.
Yeah.
No, we
I mean, I'm down.
need to go to the winery.
A lady.
We
Okay,
sit here
fair
with
and
the
Davina.
tavern.
So yeah, you guys taking off towards it. It's not far.
Well,
Well, we're gonna go investigate where we're gonna go meet Franzano and Katrina. But, yes.
Over ale.
Valtrina.
Daltrina.
all
This
right.
is a business.
Chicago. So,
Chicago.
Chicago.
So
Brother.
You know.
you guys begin to walk over towards this single-story, like wooden cottage-style building, built a little bit elevated above the ground, with a stone foundation. You see a short staircase that leads up to this front porch, where the entrance is located, and the porch has two wooden tables with like long benches on either side, and several glass windows that line the walls, and strong, tall walls, and lanterns hang around the outside, railing around this patio. Basically, they're not lit right now because it's morning, but so as you guys walk in or up onto the patio, how do you approach?
I open the door.
Okay,
I follow.
as you guys enter, you see this open room.
I'm not going.
Okay,
You guys are
I'm gonna stay with you.
staying by the shrines or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
I walk.
They just walk away.
Yeah, exactly.
Go straight in. Yeah.
With impulse control.
So you see like three round tables, each one of them set nearby windows with 4 chairs on either one. To the left, a wall runs the length of the building where a single wooden door sits between a half-carved window, which looks to be kind of like a service window where you can see through to the back where there's a kitchen. The smell of like cooking fish and citrus is filling this like steamy air in the morning. You're the only ones in there right now because it's like dawn. But you see a small bell that hangs near a window where there's like a little frayed rope hanging from it, where you can see where they like ding orders. As you guys kind of approach, there's this human female, and she's kind of like taking chairs down still, and she's kind of like, "Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Just opening up. Have a seat wherever you're comfortable. Welcome to the Tiny Fisher's Tavern.
Thank you. Just anywhere.
Anywhere you're comfortable, dear."
I find it, and would you like to sit?
Oh, gentlemen.
It's really making up.
How did
Yeah.
faces disappear? That's annoying.
So I grabbed
Downhill from him.
I like the way this is
Schmat.
Yeah.
Looking for lunch, morning, breakfast. My apologies.
Well,
Fish for breakfast?
What's on the menu?
Well, daily catch? Yet to come in, but yesterday's daily catch still available?
Nothing fresher than yesterday's fish.
Still relatively fresh.
What do we have for ale?
Oh, well, if you're looking for a local ale, we offer the Peach and Brow here.
Oh, peaches. Comes all the way up.
Yes. No way. He was that.
I will take a pint of that, and I would like to
Oh,
top up
remastered.
my ground.
Oh. Okay.
One for me as well.
An ale, yes? a
Yes,
Peach Brow.
please.
Mhm. So I'll say for that plus the growler, say 3 silver. Cover things.
Get the growlers?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Refill and ground.
off the road.
Top it off.
Nice.
Kushagra's wine.
It's still Kushagra's wine.
Are you related to peaches at all? Not just.
Oh,
We don't get many tieflings, is all.
No, I met him when we were coming through the port when we made land a little bit ago.
Heading up through the winery?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, well, we offer fine wine as well, if you're interested.
Oh, that's
But if you're going up there anyways, it'll be better when it's fresh, I suppose.
And good wine?
Very.
What you think?
We offer the Crusher if you're interested, as well as the Chiller Berry Sauvignon. Goes well with the fish. Bit pricier. Bit pricier than normal, but still a fine bottle if you're looking. We sell it by the bottle for 10 gold apiece. Are you hungry as well?
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I am.
I'll grab.
Of course.
I just picked up some fruit, so.
so rude.
Perhaps a couple of fillets then this morning.
Let's do it.
There's some fresh seaweed on the side.
Sounds good.
Not yesterday's. Fresh.
Seaweed? Well, it's dried.
Oh, okay.
Crispy.
Then yes.
Exactly.
You know it.
I'll set you guys back for another six silver. Crazy.
Well, you got the drinks. I'll buy the food.
You guys sit down and begin to enjoy some nice dining. So the rest of you guys, while that's happening, Usk and Kushagra, eventually you guys make it to the top. Like, it doesn't take you very long, a few minutes, and you're just waiting.
Find a place to post up, hide up,
Okay.
hide out. Trees.
So roll me some stealth checks for the sake of it. Post up.
That's what
That's
Is that a nat 1? Brutal. Nat 20! And a nat 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in checks. I just written that down. It's plus 9, so it's 10.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a kind of a group check, so we take the difference. It's, you know, you're poking your head up a lot, and Usk is just like taking your word for it. Like, let me know when they're coming, completely gone, like disappeared behind a rock, and you're like, nope, 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 nope. Wait, maybe not. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want to miss them. And so you two are standing outside by the shrine, as well as Timdale.
Just checking it out. Then I see them go in, and I hear laughter. Be like, okay, no, they're
10 minutes go by or so, yeah.
Looking up at the shrine, kind of puzzled. It looks just like it, doesn't it? I think they really captured his essence.
Whose essence? Wombo?
Yes.
Do you know about this guy? Do you know about
Really
Wombo?
captured. It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
big rock.
Big out of dirt.
Huge pile of it.
I enjoyed
Should we go?
God to interpret.
Let's go for a little walk, though. Maybe we can find out with Kushagra. Who can get that introduction out of the way. You say, though, Tim. Those are those people are going to be.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what you just said, to be honest with you. I'm just agreeing.
Yeah. It worked.
So you guys are walking to go and meet Kushagra and Usk? Right.
Yes.
So eventually, Kushagra, you see Lucian, Timdale, and then an individual who you've never seen before, a small dwarf man walking with them. Dwarf man.
Spend my reading right to dwarf.
I'm kidding.
Dwarf man.
Dwarf man.
I'll just reach
Keep
out.
that to me going.
I'm walls.
Say like,
Like telepathy?
yeah.
Yeah.
On your
And
left-hand
mine.
side, there's a tree with a rock at the base. We're hiding behind that tree.
I'm gonna look over. Can I see them?
Ugh.
Yeah, roll me a perception check. Your passive perception actually would see. So yeah, you see him. Yeah, you rolled pretty bad.
I also told you
Stealth.
exactly where I was, so you definitely see me.
Yeah. You see his little ears and just like the tops of his eyes poking over the rock.
I'm gonna, yeah, like, I get like a, and then I'll just look. Yeah.
I said don't do it.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, many people have been hearing voices.
No, the only voice I'm hearing is Kushagra.
And I'll point over at the little cat in the woods.
He's just doing that one.
This one
yes,
I'm gonna
it's
look
beginning
around,
to be
so there's no one else around.
Like I said,
Roll me a
I've done
perception
many
check.
things while traveling with this. Fuck. Fuck.
Another one.
Get him out of the way.
That's a smoothie.
That's a tree.
Just put
Yeah,
those over
you're-
there.
You do a blurry glance. Yeah.
Yeah,
It just looks green. I don't know. You're like, yeah, it's broken.
Uh,
Before you know it, they're already approaching.
yes, I am approaching.
Yeah, we're definitely going over that way.
Yeah.
Death approaches.
I'm just gonna step out and address the newcomer. I also am a tabaxi.
Yeah.
Got a hood up. Very like cat-like features. Tall and I'm
No teeth.
gonna
No teeth.
look no
I have
teeth,
teeth.
but look very suspiciously at this guy, and I'm looking over at Barrett and Haley. Like,
I'm not there.
It's just the.
It's
It's just
just-
the
They're having lunch.
They're having
We're
lunch.
having lunch.
Yes.
well, in that case, I'll
Well,
just
breakfast,
address you.
early lunch.
Is this one of Barrett's gambling friends?
No, apparently not. But Barrett did say that you were traveling with him, so. Yes?
Barrett's the red one?
Yes.
He is a fellow man of knowledge.
I thought this was Barrett.
No, I am Lucian. Lucian.
Illusion.
Tyndale. Kushagra.
Yeah, roll me a perception. Usk is still at a 20. Was it a nat 20? So it's higher than that.
That's an nat 20 for me.
What's your stealth bonus?
That's 4.
What's your perception bonus?
3.
You don't.
Oh.
You don't see it.
Sneaky
You're
gator.
like
Sneaky gator.
Looking around.
You see green, and you're looking at him, but you can't see him.
Right.
You know, if you're looking for a gecko in like a tree,
You feel like you're
he's just not moving, and like you can see Timdale looking for you still.
Yeah, so I'm looking around
Yeah.
for Usk.
like Bird Baldo.
Yeah, totally.
Kushagra.
Is this wise taking on a newcomer?
No.
Point of view.
He is having the same
Constantly looking for
direction.
Usk.
He just seems to be traveling. Feels
Small
dangerous place.
foot.
Thing. The only tabaxi that I've seen on this island. The other one we flayed alive.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shouldn't tell our new friend how we make other friends.
What?
It's all right. We're fine.
Yeah, we toy with them.
We can toy with
Yeah, we
them.
totally won't kill you.
Technically, we didn't kill her.
We didn't.
Whoever
Forgive
did.
me, my lord.
I
Can I
double
please
the
ask you your
copy.
name since no one else is providing me this introduction?
Yes, I am Thelter and Truthseeker.
Mr. Truth. Thank you. And would you be so kind as to grant me the knowledge of why you are heading to this winery?
My reasons are personal.
Forgive me, but the last time I took it on good faith that I would not be harmed by an individual, I lost my teeth.
Oh, yes. That much last time.
Very well. Since we are being truthful. I recently received news that my brother passed away near the winery.
I am very
I
sorry.
am here to retrieve his remains, as well as his relic from my father that he carries.
I check that.
Sure.
I know we don't usually do this for party
Easy, but
members,
yeah.
but
Wow. It's 2021.
not a one.
No one. It was a 3.
Better than a one.
Oh, God.
Very good. No.
Dissonant ones?
No.
That's gonna be a 12, but I'm gonna
Oh.
try out one of these.
I mean, deception.
It's a 4 with my side bolster.
Hallelujah.
So 12 plus 4, so 16.
Is that a good?
No!
That's a
Yes. No.
That's not a good one, no. No, that's Truth Seeker. Is that a truth?
not using magic.
I don't need this one.
It's not necessary, no.
Okay.
There seems to be an alluding to something that he's not quite being truthful about.
So
Whether he's withholding information.
lying through omission, but the things that he said are truthful.
Possibly. He certainly isn't telling you entirely what his purpose is, for sure.
True.
One more question before we go on, Mr. Truth Seeker. What is your affiliation with the nation of Avondale?
I haven't had any association with them in some time.
That's good for
That'll
me.
be good.
Yeah, that's all right. Yes. We're not very, do you say,
Wanted.
Wanted.
Well, I am.
Welcomed. Yes. Now you're quite
I am
literally
very
wanted.
wanted.
Yeah. Let's see. Welcomed.
I am what they would call an outlaw nation. As well as my companion here.
Companion.
Yeah, I'm still looking. I haven't stopped the entire time.
If you're going into the jungle,
Yeah, I would be
you
going in.
might have
So, at
patted
some
him a
point.
couple points.
Yeah.
And if Usk, you're not moving,
You're still not gonna make
she like taps you a couple times, and like that feels different, but it's not a leap.
He will come out when he is
She's
comfortable at the mention of
Yeah, she's alright.
the
There is no.
introduction. I will
There's no-
make my way out
He's
of
around.
It scares the shit out of
So
you
how tall are you?
because you're like a foot from him.
4 foot.
4'8".
4'8".
Yeah.
That's all he.
Pretty tall for a dwarf.
7'6".
I think I've seen this one.
Giant.
Also, just look at his size with miniature. Like,
Yeah.
It's a roughly, somewhat accurate scale.
Yeah.
so you emerge from the tree line.
Barreling, looking. I just stare at them.
And you hear me yell from inside the bush.
Where are you, Usk?
Didn't find me merciful.
He's with us. He's a good man. Usk. How was your sleep?
Did anybody procure any meat from inside the village for our...
I tried, but it's a little late. Going.
Or excuse.
It's not a poor excuse.
He does it
All of us were gifted, Usk, with
Where in this going?
things.
Salt meat sufficient?
Oh.
he likes it screaming.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
still screaming. Still mooing.
Are we waiting? What is going on with Barrett and to be quietly waiting for
Went
him?
for they said to check out the inn where we are to meet Altrina and Brown's on, yes.
That is why we should know the area.
Yes, indeed. So I think they are taking liberation stuff.
We checked out this one table.
So, oops.
Actively looking around.
Totally, Usk, yeah.
2 or 3.
Ooh.
You know what? I think I'll just skip you.
I'm gonna actually pull out the wanted poster of Usk. It's like this, but without the H.
Usk, sorry.
It's like Usk.
Oh, Douglas, you tried so hard.
He's on our side.
He's memorable enough that I don't have to write it down.
Yes, of course, of course.
You hear that?
So we should be heading to the winery quickly. Yes, we don't have much time
Agreed.
before our meeting tomorrow.
I believe so. We must make haste.
We did say that.
Are we leaving without Barrett and Davina?
They know where we're going.
I'm sure one of them has the sending stones. Right?
This one?
How far away is the tavern from here?
Not far. Like 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
They're heading up the road.
It's a
And then
small
you go
town.
and look at it, and then at that.
You going into the tavern?
Yeah, with her little
So you guys are
stubs.
currently probably mid-eat at this moment. You get a couple of nice fried fillets and some dried seaweed on the side that's kind of wrapped and presented all pretty and nice. A few beers. You're like almost halfway through, finished your meal, and Tim Dell just like comes
She
in.
opens the door, and you look to the door, and you look down.
Tinselly, come to join us.
I have not.
Greetings!
Hello. I have come to tell you that you. Are you done yet soon?
Almost.
Okay.
You want some ale?
No, I would like it if you would hurry up, please. We have to go.
Well, I was going to be kind and we came to Kushagra after we to go.
There's the plan.
Oh, sorry.
Can you box it up?
Takeaway box again.
It's just a wooden crate.
How much longer will you be?
Excuse me.
Oh yes.
Am I able to get 2 more of these dinners to go?
Sure.
Preferably-
With everything?
Preferably one of them not cooked. if we could.
Even easier.
Okay.
Okay, when you get home, I understand. Both?
No, just the one.
Sure. A few minutes, yeah.
Okay.
6 more silver.
Okay.
She's like sitting, like she's like sitting on the chair now. She's like purple buck. It's like
Can I
she's like she,
get you anything to drink there?
No, just the meal. That would be great. Thank you.
I'll get her an ale while we're waiting.
Sure.
No espresso?
No espresso.
Decaf?
yeah.
Be like 4 copper. Comes around and like puts it down.
Yeah.
The high stress. All
Seriously.
She's our resident anxiety.
But she doesn't stop. She doesn't stop. The whole thing just goes down.
Slammed it?
Yes. Oh yeah,
Okay.
she'll send it for
Sweet.
sure. She always does.
All in.
Kind of
Like a third of it is
A
on
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all over her.
Yeah.
Is it like a fucking glass? Yeah. I'm like just like
Scooping it up.
Or
Still good?
That's like
it's a little woodier.
earthy
well,
tones.
it's all
And she's just like constantly looking at the window, waiting for the bell to be.
down.
Lost her too.
Comes around with like a couple of like paper wrapped little individual things, kind of like stacked on top of with one
Lost
another.
3 now.
They're ready.
That's great. Thank you.
Like Franklin.
I drink the rest of
Do you
it,
understand what's
and
going on?
I'm like, okay.
Oh, no, offense. Kushagra right there.
Yes, no offense, Kushagra.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
For the
So you guys have been waiting for like 20 minutes.
I'm as much a cat as you are a dragon.
precise. So no offense, right?
Wait, you're part dragon?
No, maybe. I don't know much about that. I don't know why they're after me.
As we're walking up to where we're meeting the other ones, Tim's like walking as fast as possible. And if she like gets ahead of them, she'll like stop and turn, and then wait and like run.
They're
away.
like
Sauntering, little tiny buzz on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Two of them would probably just saunter them out.
Fucking like 8 a.m. right now.
This lovely statue.
Just a little after 8 a.m. Good old buzz on.
I'm gonna sending stone and say,
We're on our way. I got them both. We're coming.
See, I told you she'd be fine.
Good to be next food.
That's good news.
And not for you.
Less good. Hungry
Not
news is
satisfied.
not the good news.
Not satisfied with your rule.
The gruel was fine, yes.
but you too cool for gruel.
I'm too cool for school. Right.
Yo, you got that.
Yeah.
As long as there's no rule.
Oh yeah. Too cool.
Never too cool.
Never
Too cool.
yeah, you guys join up with everyone in a few minutes.
And I'm the respected
friends with
meals.
Okay.
This one's for you, Kushagra.
Thank you.
Cool
You're
fish.
very kind.
I mean,
Jane,
it's fish, so it should be soft enough that you don't have
I
to
think
chew
I will
it.
message.
And then I had, it was
Sub notes.
pretty much still flopping.
Oh, yeah, they like steaming.
It's yesterday's fish, but it's it's raw.
Yes, it's Debbie.
Yes.
It's not like this.
Delicate
The
area.
bunny gum.
Yeah.
See, mission successful.
As glow.
And then I hand the growler to wash it.
Oh.
If you want something done,
I will pass on this early morning. But I
if you want
appreciate
something
it.
done, you get to be that embarrassed to do it.
Tipping her back.
If you want
Are you leaving
something
anything
done
left? No, you drink it all.
I slap it out of your hand.
The like empty growler.
Yeah.
Well, good job. I still have this ale that I stole from the guard's place.
I guess we can just get it refilled with
Like
wine. when we-
remnants.
We'll just get it refilled with wine, I guess.
Even better.
We must go. Make haste.
Right.
Taste?
Oh, well, haste, march, mush, I don't know. Whatever you prefer.
Did you say you told me to mush?
Just ate. You get man time to digest.
It was very delicious.
Even for
A day old
day-old
fish.
fish, it was very moist,
It
very
was.
tasty.
It was. And then the
We're-
I'm gonna say my stomach's like.
We're walking. Like,
You guys are walking the
Yeah, we're
dog.
walking.
Yeah, we're walking.
Let's get.
It is
Alright.
like about 3-hour walk or so, 2 to 3 hours. You
3 in the afternoon.
guys have
How long did you take it?
It was 6. It was done.
it'll be like
12 hours.
maybe 10 or 11 by the time you guys
Yeah, really though. Just kept going.
Take the main
We were
road,
having a
but
very fancy dinner.
Yeah.
keeping an eye out for anybody coming
Yeah.
towards us.
Okay.
Do we need a marching orders?
All right. Yeah. Do you guys? There is enough like space on this as
Fog cleared from yesterday.
yeah. It's a clear day. This week. Weather-wise, it's clear and pretty. So it is. As you guys are walking, you can see the direction that you're going. For one, is heading towards mountain. It is uphill. You look up toward these vast red peaking mountains in the broad sunlight of the day. You've never been up close like this far north in the Heart of Mora and this close to the mountains. They are humongous. And you look at your path leading up towards the winery, and like there's enough daylight and clarity at the moment that you can see where you're going basically, and you see like the cliffs that lead up to it, and just green all the way around. And to the left, you see the blue of the large, massive lake to your left, and in the center of that giant island, huge tower in the center.
Oh, that's right.
But you guys have a few hours to walk, so marching order for the sake of it, and you're keeping an eye out for anything. Okay. So what's who's in the lead, I guess, and who wants to be at the back? I suppose those are.
Before we do that, I do have a question of the path to the winery. Is it a clear, distinct path?
Yes, it is a road.
It is-
like
it
much
is
as you
straight
traveled up
road.
here, so it's dirt road. Yeah, basically.
Okay, alright.
Nothing fancy, just a dirt old road.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Oh.
No tracking or anything like that required.
I
Yeah.
also went to my
Yeah.
No, you can't. Well, you could get lost, I guess, if you walked off the road, but
Right, but
There's no like switchbacks to get up to it, or
there is once you get there. Like you could see a few hours, perhaps you might be able to tell by then, but you still have a ways to go up. It's a slow
middle somewhere?
ascent,
incline.
a few
Yeah, I'll be in the
degrees, but
middle.
Yeah.
after about an hour or two, you start to notice that you're at that incline, and you're like, oh man.
I'll take the front.
Yeah, the front.
Okay.
I will take the vanguard.
Okay.
Okay, I will be in the middle.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Kushagra, you're keeping an eye peeled for anything coming towards you. Roll me a perception check.
Come on, boy.
There you go. That's a 15. Oh, sorry. Perception. I have a plus 4. So that's a 19.
Okay.
It's a 19 or 25.
If it's needed. Okay. For this, it won't be necessary. So-
25?
As again, you have few hours.
I got a thing.
Oh. Your ESPN?
Yes,
ESP.
I'm real good at sports.
Got TV.
Sports is mine.
There's a 60% chance it's already right there.
Yeah. ESPN or something.
Love that.
Football? Yeah. Football, that's one where you can't use your hands. Right? I know sports. Sports.
Sports.
It's still, they're still close to us. I want to.
He's walking with you guys, assumedly.
Yep.
You guys have a few hours to walk, so
Prepare for the questionnaire.
yeah. What would you like to
No
ask?
one wants to
There's plenty of room for conversation on the walk.
Didn't see that coming.
So how long have you been on this island?
Just landed a couple days ago. Yeah, I just went to the winery to retrieve my brother's records.
What's your brother doing?
I know not.
What ship you come in on?
That's a good question.
To correct, you would have landed here for a few months at bare minimum.
A few months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
You've been here for a while.
Okay.
You're before us.
What have you been doing this whole time? You have a job.
Lovely scenery.
You've evaded the working field as well.
One of my station does not really go to the work.
Station.
Yes, but
I hear.
what is it that you practice, Mike? I see you the book as well.
Practice patience and tolerance.
So you're running it on both.
Absolutely.
You have that effect on people.
I do. It is it's been a increasing thing that keeps occurrence. That's the word, occurrence, yeah.
Like I said,
Are you a spellcaster?
I have been known to dabble in the arcane arts.
What's your
Gross suspicious.
spell?
Yeah.
Each will remember that.
The locals have been quite suspicious of magic users. It's not something people
Yes.
let go by without notice. Have you run into any trouble on the island?
No trouble that I can handle. But one has the correct papers.
What
Yes,
kind
that
of
would have been
papers did
useful.
you get?
I was sanctioned. Sanctioned caster.
How do I
How do I get one of those?
It's
Yeah.
literally
How do I get one of these?
Do you have a copy of that paper? Can I see it?
Yeah.
I do not wish to steal it. Merely wish to make one of my own. If it would please the court. Or yourself.
Not please the courts. The courts take very unkindly to this sort of thing.
Yes, I'm aware. That's why they have wanted to arrest warrant for myself and my mother. Please help. If I could get a, as you would say, a hall pass for magic, that would be.
Tell you what, if I manage to take it
Well,
back to
I
the
mean,
mainland in
information.
peace, I'll put in a good word.
I'll have you committed for this?
Fun fact, I say that a lot.
That's his-
When I disguise self as a knight, I go like, I'll have you come in. What's your name?
Does he have any cards?
Listen, I don't have any money for you to win.
You ever keep your cards close to the vest when playing poker, or is that why you lose?
That's probably why.
What do your cards say about a new friend here?
I have not really reached for my cards lately.
Hearts.
Yes, he is more of a, as you are a truth seeker, he is a seer?
Nice.
Almost well said.
Honestly, like not bad. It was so close. Yeah, I'll give it to you. It was so close. I'll give it to you.
That's it, it went.
Ooh.
I'm not familiar with this game.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Have you ever
I've
played
gotten
Sila?
really good at it.
Don't fall for
Have you
this.
ever played Sila? Would you like to play Sila?
As long as you can do it walking.
Yeah, dice and walk.
It is a simple game to learn, but intoxicating one to master.
Speaking of intoxicated, how are you guys doing?
Well,
I
They
drank
had-
beer.
you had a beer.
we've only had one drink.
Oh, just the one.
He drank a cask. It was pretty okay, so I'm sure
Yeah,
that
sure.
growler's
Only
fine.
one.
Yeah, a whole growler to us. He drank a keg once.
Okay.
By the time you get up to there, he'd have walked it off anyway, so it's not a
Good
big deal.
times. We lost a wrestling match in the fire.
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Felcern, this mention of an artifact that you seek, one of your families, you say?
It's not an artifact, it's a relic.
What is there a difference?
Yes.
Jeez, Barrett, even
I'm not aware of the difference between the two.
To speak of it would bring much shame upon myself and my family.
So this relic is important to your family.
Yes.
It is a similar object that brought me to this position of being an outlaw in the eyes of the nation of Avondale.
For your sake, be lying. I would certainly.
Oh well, it's definitely not the same thing.
Let's not bring up the name of the big.
The Tyndale?
Yes, the Tyndale.
Tyndale.
The artifact in question.
That's the second question. This goes at hand.
She was our giant jewel.
Is the nation aware of this relic?
Not very much.
No,
It's best that you keep it this way.
they would have very little use of it.
You'd be surprised.
They are on a mission to collect many relics, it seems.
This relic has only one purpose.
Oh, what's that?
Again, to speak of it would
Again, to speak of it would be not a thing.
That's it.
About an hour and a half in on the walk, yeah,
My
you're like,
God.
oh.
Yeah, what? Like,
Which was a disagreement over the rightful ownership of such relic that brought me to the situation. It's just unfortunate that the other party happened to be the entire nation of Avondale.
say.
Yes.
Well, in my particular circumstance, the other party happens to be an elder goldworm.
oh, what?
Elder goldworm.
Large piece, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Just start back to town. What do you know about this creature? Elder Goldsboro.
Actually, made of gold?
Yes, I'm thinking the same thing.
Could we pawn it for money?
For capable of downing such a beast, then all yes. However, make sure you have your last wills and testaments filled out properly, as well as your next of kin alert.
Well, the thing all dead.
Montage. Montage.
What would probably be about now? Terrible.
So, as the hours continue along, you guys continue to walk.
You got it.
We'll take a quick break right now. So, as we come back from our break, you guys are finally arriving at the Klatten-Bottom Winery.
Wow.
As you walk up towards, you see the red mountains beyond, set upon a large plateau within the hills of sharp peaks of the mountains. A switchback path leads up the cliffside to the top of a plateau where rows of vines meet your gaze as you reach the top. The grapes grown here look strong and thick, dark purple skin, providing a nice jammy wine when fermented. You see, like, off to the left, a few more rows of vineyards and a path that seems to look and kind of curve down towards the direction of the lake. And out front of the property, you see a fairly large homestead, it looks, and then what looks to be some sort of storehouse or something to its left. And then outside of that, you see a very finely crafted, like, wooden gazebo that's painted to this pale white color, surrounded by beautiful bushes and beautiful roof over the top that they kind of extend up the sides. Small steps lead up from 3 different sides up into the center, where you see, like, these arched windows and a small little railing that goes around the edges, and in the center a small table with a barrel on it and a number of cups that are just kind of sitting around. Yeah, there's a little bit of hills and cliff sides that seem to divide different, like, areas of the vineyard, like different patches of wine, grapes and things like that from one another. And then kind of right in the middle of all this, you see this large L-shaped building, 2 stories, beautifully designed, red roof, and kind of hold on, let me just scroll down here. Glass windows, barred with iron, like around the edges with beautiful trim. Warm-looking, round-topped door marking the entrance, and flanked by 2 wooden pillars, which lead up to a pair of round windows on either side with glass. Around either side of the building, you see, like, small little vegetable garden growing on either side, like around the back and around to the right side as you kind of walk up. There are a few individuals walking around, little baskets, seemingly getting their day mostly going. As you're looking on, you see, like, beyond the storehouse, a few people in the actual, like, field, tending to the grapes, whatever they're doing. Other than that,
I'm like,
no one directly
like,
around you.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm straightening my stuff out a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Shake my hair out.
Do we see, like, a guard presence of any sort?
Seems to be none from what you can tell.
I glare at the gazebo.
Like a few, like, you can see 2 people working, like a man and a woman, like, in the field, far off. I guess I'll show you guys a little map.
I think we should be cleaned up.
Certainly the vineyard.
So
Cute.
And
Oh, look at that ominous gazebo.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
mysterious
What do you
stuff.
mean ominous? It's so pretty.
Do I see the gazebo? Can the gazebo see me?
Yeah, gazebo. It's a big old house, you know, little like shack here, but it's a very beautiful property. Like, you see where the ground is kind of given way to mud, where a lot of the movement of things, carts going this and that, but for the most part it's lush green. Like, even in the vineyards, grass is growing everywhere. And the ground seems well kept, very lush, very beautiful. It smells
Is it
immensely beautiful.
Yeah, I was
Floral.
gonna say the ground around us, like, it's so lush that we are kind of like, whoa, like, this is different from anything we've seen so far.
Very started.
It's very well maintained. Like, what you've seen so far is the first fire port, for example, the clear cutting and the destruction of the environment essentially, and this seems to be more like building with what is given, essentially, like, and provided, utilizing the terrain, utilizing the natural elevations of the area around, and to grow these grapes.
Cool. Love it.
Almost got me good there.
So as you guys kind of wander up, say like an individual opens up the two doors to the storehouse, kind of swinging both of them open, and like kind of locks a couple in place before he turns around and kind of like, afternoon.
Good day.
He's walking over to you guys, kind of rubbing himself off. His hands are like stained red and stuff. He's kind of wiping off a little cloth and kind of like permanently stained red. He's wiping off some fresh juices, but walks over to you guys. Morning. What brings you to the Klatten-Bottom Winery today?
We're here for looking for to speak with somebody in commerce.
All right. Are you just looking to pick up some wine for the afternoon, or?
We represent a an establishment first by port.
Looking to perhaps sell. Let me give me a moment here. I'll get Mr. Klatten-Bottom.
Thank you, Doctor.
Actually, if you're just, I'll get you to set up in the gazebo. Just have a seat there, relax yourself. Galina! He calls out to this woman who comes out. She's like covered in wine, you know, little apron on and stained red everywhere. She kind of like, it's got like blue pants, kind of loose-fitting white shirts around shoulder length, kind of curled up, and like long dark hair, and looks like hardworking. And like, yes. Could you set them up in the gazebo and get ready for perhaps a tasting? I'm going to grab Mr. Klatten-Bottom. We have some potential buyers. Very good. You can follow me, please.
Thank you. Let's go.
To this more beautiful gazebo.
Yes. It was established here many years ago. As you're walking, I'll ask you to please keep your feet off the grass, please. Didn't want to contaminate the soil or anything like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like looking you over. And, all right.
Feeling fancy. Where to buy?
I'll be putting one robe like up like this.
Yeah.
Marching like this.
There's like a little cobble path. She kind of like, all right, everyone get yourself settled and relax. Mr. Klatten-Bottom will be out in just a few minutes, I'm sure.
Thank you.
I would love to taste this.
There's a
famous-
cask sitting in the middle of the table at the moment.
May I?
She walked away.
Okay.
There's like probably a dozen cups around the area, like
Very
little tiny like 4-ounce ones.
Well, very interesting.
My growler.
You're just gonna go for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm interested in the construction of the
It's a
gazebo.
nice place.
I would be kind of looking around, like looking at how
Are you
it's
standing
built.
at the
And
gazebo?
it's a very
I'm
interesting.
still standing outside the gazebo.
It's beautifully carved wood from what you can
I'm
tell.
sitting down.
I'm like walking around it, like
I'd say roll me like an intelligence check and call it. We'll add your proficiency for artificer.
Oh, she's checking out the structure. Okay. He said we were going to check, and I thought happy for a second.
sorry,
That's okay.
investigation.
And just intelligence, just general intelligence.
With advantage? That's good.
No, just with your artificer,
Oh,
like a proficiency
Okay,
bonus to
yeah.
it as well. Sorry.
So a 19.
Okay. Looking at the structure, you're looking to see how it was constructed, and you're like, I don't see like any seams or anything like that, other than the railing and the stairs. The gazebo itself seems to be carved of one big trunk, like tree, one big thick, huge fucking tree. It looks like it was where it is when it was carved.
I'm gonna
Like one big tree that was sitting here that they just chopped off, carved into a gazebo.
If I'm, making note of that, I kind of want to look around the edges to see if there's any
Still rooted.
Sure.
Right.
Roll me an investigation check. You see the seams, they go down to the ground. You can see where it merges into the ground and where maybe roots once grew when it was alive, perhaps, but has no
Sense.
use for them now, of
But
course.
it's very clear that this
very
was
clearly
a tree.
was a big tree, now is a cool gazebo.
I stole myself.
He just closes down, you guys.
I'm not getting it.
Everybody takes 66 fucking piercing. Damn.
Put the growler away and drink from the cup.
Uh-huh.
Cheers.
I don't quite have a toast yet. Let's see what it does.
It's probably should wait until we meet our host.
I mean, it's there.
Usk is feeling quite exposed and wishes to do a perception check to see the closest escape route.
Okay. Yeah, you can see like the from. Yeah, roll me a perception check actually, or roll me a survival check. Quickest escape path. Yeah.
That is a 21.
Depending on where you would like to escape to, you see that the path leading down, like to the west, it would be like it clearly looks like it drops off quite a bit. Your guess, based on your vantage point, that would likely lead all the way down to the lake if possible, like down switchback path, perhaps down the cliffside. The path that you just took wouldn't be terrible escape route, and possibly straight into the jungle from here as well. Usk-wise, you've got a lot of options for escape for sure. Probably not north, hitting to the mountains because you're not sure of that. But I mean, it looks wide open. It'd be far away from Spire. So
Always an option.
you got lots of good choices, though.
I'm gonna tap on the side of the gazebo with my staff. Yeah, just to
Quite
ensure that it
solid.
isn't a mimic.
Okay,
Can't be too careful. It's way too perfect. Check for traps.
it is not.
It's not.
It's not a gazebo.
It's a tree.
It's a lanai.
So after several minutes of you guys either helping yourselves or waiting patiently,
I'm gonna wait.
eventually,
Yeah.
eventually your attention is drawn to a very small individual walking towards the gazebo. You see dark purple hair that stands out wide on both sides, and on the top it kind of curls upwards, like wisping in the wind a little bit. It's very light and kind of bouncy, and as it walks, you see it kind of like, they're like 2.5 feet tall. He keeps a very clean shave otherwise, with this exception of a very wide, thin black mustache, of course, that extends far beyond his cheeks. He wears a set of heeled shoes with these fine silver buckles that kind of clap
2.5 heels.
when he walks. Yeah.
Heart.
Seem very fine clothes
Than I am.
Short king.
Oh my god, could
You
that be a
make me
gnome
feel
thing?
so tall when I'm around you.
See, he's very, very fine clothes with fanciful design in this beautiful kind of button-down fashion style, leading up to this ruffled lace around his neckline where you see it kind of gathers up as his chin. You see his fingers, as he's walking towards, holding a host of various rings that are kind of, seems to be clamoring in his hands as he walks towards this small little gnomish man. As he kind of like helps himself up like little tiny steps up into the middle of the gazebo and sees that you've
I stand
helped
up.
yourself to the wine a little bit.
Mr. Klatten-Bottom, I presume.
Yes, welcome.
I have my hand out.
Pleased to meet you. Yes, my name is Mr. Klatten-Bottom. I understand you are looking to purchase some wine today, yes?
Yes, we represent the fate of Brest in First Fire Forge.
Yes, I'm familiar.
We're looking to possibly get a contract drawn up, but some commerce between our associates and you.
Well, I've told the tender a few times that there's just no room for it at the moment, and especially with my recent troubles in the vineyard as well, I certainly don't have the wine to spare.
Is that does he have a exclamation point above his head?
That's part of this question. No, it's just a big purple quick.
Yes! The whole eastern crop has been absolutely destroyed of late.
Do you know
Why
why?
what?
No, I don't know. They've trampled, they've destroyed, and they've absolutely defiled the entire vineyard outside. It's going to take a long...
Have we noticed this? 'Cause-
Well, no, you would have to have gone into them, yeah.
Okay, but
For how long has this been going
Well, several weeks ago, it has been rather continuous. I have advised my workers they won't go anywhere near it. There's absolutely no... There seems to be some foul play from my understandings, at bare minimum. Footprints and things of that. I have requested from the King's Guild, at least, to help me with this matter, and they've yet to send anyone up my way. From the King's Guild, actually.
No,
No, you are here on business. Yes, business.
But we do offer some
extra services?
extra services.
Of the investigative type course, as it were.
How is the wine, by the way?
Excellent.
Fantastic.
You seem to have helped yourself, and the rest of you, let us have a tasting, of course, while we are talking about business, yes.
Looking forward.
No,
Shall we make a round of introductions? We have been able to meet you, but
Yes, I suppose. Introductions. Begins to pour some cups and passes one to you, and you are?
Chicago.
Very good. Well met, Mr. Chicago. Oh!
There is your dapper name.
Well, hello. Another gnome. It's been so long since I've seen one. Around this area, that is.
Tyndale Garrick, and I'll like take his.
It's the fist of rings. Like, well met.
I like put my hand on top. Like, yeah.
That's yours.
Sparkling at the- I'm like,
It's a gnome greeting. A traditional gnome greeting.
We get past the foreplay.
I thought that was a tabaxi.
Yeah. Yeah.
You bear a bit of a likeness. Where are you from?
where are you from?
Likeness to who?
Just another individual I know. He lives around here. Well, not here. I believe he lives in the castle now, Castle Avondale, but a fine inventor. Anyway. Passes you another cup. And you are, dear?
Davina.
Well, thanks, Davina. My Mr. Klatten-Bottom. Yeah, he's like,
Still.
and you, good sir?
Ben Montgomery Aylstone III.
Oh, well met. A luxurious title. The third.
Yes.
I don't know the first or second.
Long story.
Perhaps over a long period of time we can talk about it.
The first was a very grand, very impressive Aylstone.
I'm sure. And you are, sir?
I'm sure. I'm sure. Lucian Boreatus is my name.
Oh, very nice. And you there, my dwarven friend. So many of you. Anyway,
Those from Clan Truth Seeker.
you seek do you think? Not familiar, but
Well, I don't get around that often. I was told that my brother, but his remains were.
oh. Possibly. I admittedly haven't buried anyone in quite ever myself.
He would not be.
Other than my mother and father, of course. But they were buried in the cemetery either way.
There would be no physical remains. He wouldn't have been buried.
Right. I was going to ask, have you checked the cemetery? But that wouldn't do you any good, it seems.
No.
Well met.
Yes.
And my large lizard friend, do you speak?
Does he speak Draconic?
I don't know how to pronounce that. Dude.
You got.
Well met. I am Mr. Klatten-Bottom. So, you mentioned you were purveyors of other deeds. What exactly deeds do you have in mind here?
Well, Atanda has instructed us to receive a contract there, and we're looking to fulfill that request by any possible way that you might need.
We could investigate this problem of yours.
Something like you can investigate.
Perhaps you might be able to help me out, I suppose. If you're able to handle this matter and get it resolved,
My tits are bigger
I suppose what's the difference? I have come into some difficulty, and if you're able to solve this little issue I've been having, we can talk business.
No?
Right, so, yes? Tim, right? Tim, yes.
If we solve it, assure us that Atanda can get a contract.
Yes, perhaps a contract preluding to the contract.
Well, what did she have in mind? What does she want?
She's looking for a
2-year contract.
2 years?
I mean, it's only a small amount.
She wants to test it out and then possibly get more and more.
2 years, we need it.
Your wares are very sought after.
If you can.
I'm aware my wares are well sought after. Of course they.
If you can, of course.
What kind of winery do you think this is? This is the best wine in all of Mora, not just the Heart.
So you should be able to accommodate then if this problem is fixed.
It would be my pleasure to help accommodate. My problem is that the lack of opportunity for new growth is stunted, yes?
Yes.
So if we solve that problem, you will have growth.
Yes, I suppose. Luke will not be happy about this.
Lukewarm. He'll
I
be fine.
suppose I could part with... We will talk about a year first. Yes?
That seems like a good middle ground to start.
I can offer her a case a month. It's the best I can do.
How much is in a case by chance?
24 bottles. Where are you from?
Obviously not here.
The connoisseur.
What was she looking for? Is she looking for fine, low quality? What?
Do you have a variety set? Like,
If she's looking for what I think she's looking for, a case is 150 gold for our fine one. Whether she wants the dark and bottom or the chiller berry is up to her.
seems very reasonable.
I would recommend the dark and bottom. Heavy, robust, very good for what she intends on it for.
Is that what you're drinking right now?
Oh, no. This is but the Crusher. This is the classic Crusher. Very easy to drink, I know. Very easy to drink, goes down smooth. You'll find it almost everywhere wine is sold in the Heart of Mora,
So
at least within the
I'm going to
nation.
Sample the other two, just a little taste, just so you can kind of give her input.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check.
Give us more wine. Fuller.
Perhaps. Maybe after you've investigated these matters, we can talk about more different wine variations.
That's smart.
But if she's looking for something a little easier, the prices are easy, and 2 gold for the moderate, and 1 gold a case for the, well, we call it the bottom dollar bottle. It's basically the mixes of everything that we don't. Not the best, but it certainly gets you drunk.
That's important.
It is not the pride of my wine. But good juices best not go to waste.
Oh, well, when you have such a high quality stock, even the worst is definitely great.
It's your second
We will
cheapest
see.
medium.
Perhaps we should check out this.
Yes.
First.
My issue lies. Yes, the eastern crop. Nearly half the crop in the east has been completely ransacked, as I've mentioned. Someone or something continuously is destroying my plants and eating all of these grapes.
What kind of creatures live?
I don't know. I've advised my workers to stay out of the area until this matter is dealt
Someone been
with.
attacked?
It's up there, as he points, basically to the northeast, up the small, incline where you can see about 20, 30-foot incline up to a top-level cliff. Where you can see the edges of where the rows of vines are.
All right.
Be up that area.
Tracks you made with beast metal.
Now I suppose a soft guarantee. If you're able to find the ruffians that have been doing this and bring them to justice, we can talk business.
I imagine that minimal damage to the crop would be appreciated.
The damage has already been done, yes, but keep it to a minimum. If there's, I would hope that it would be left untouched by you. Do not destroy more of my vines, if possible.
We shan't.
Shame.
Let's go and investigate for the morning. Perhaps we can come back for lunchtime. Is there
Wish to
something-
join us for lunch?
Of course. Where else is there?
It's
to
like
eat?
10:30, 11.
Oh, it's already that late.
At night?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
I think you guys about 2 or so hours to get here. It's only 10, 11 in the morning. Plus those two had lunch, second breakfast.
If you're not eating, then no one's.
I know, it's been 3 hours.
I suppose I sometimes have to... Roll me a persuasion check, actually.
Wait, who's that?
You.
Me.
Persuasions.
Persuasion.
Chicago.
Chicago.
It's a 2.
Oh, yeah.
I don't usually allow individuals to come inside the manor unless I know them very well. Perhaps if we get to know each other, we can talk about having a dinner party one night.
I very much enjoy that.
I haven't hosted a good evening of rompous fun for quite a while.
May I then ask if our business is to keep it here for more than one day? Is there a place that we can set up camp on your property?
Oh, heavens, no. I won't have anybody tenting or anything like that on my property, and my quarters are full in the manor.
Even if we are working for you to clear out this problem on the eastern crop,
Let me persuasion check.
proximity might
I was gonna
be
say.
well suited to our business.
It's a 3-hour jaunt. Is that a one?
Third
Honey,
one.
Goosh, you're
I
smiling.
apologize. I am very sorry.
Unfortunately, I cannot have you contaminating the soil. The minerality is very important. The wines, the grapes will know.
So you feel accept.
How much gold do you have in mind?
Isn't
For one night?
Gold is gone.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Much better.
21.
I suppose I could have you camp out in the back of the house. That would be fine. You have tents?
No,
No.
no, we don't.
You are welcome to sleep as you see fit in the backyard. Just leave the vegetable garden alone.
Perhaps the gazebo?
We don't even know if this will be needed.
You won't be able to fit all of you laying down in here.
sleep in the zoo.
Unless you like to sleep standing up.
Fair enough.
You're welcome to stay in the backyard for 10 gold, sure.
All right, let's go
Would
investigate.
you throw in a tent for our dear ladies here?
If I had a tent, I would offer it to you, sure. I have no use for tents. I have a home.
Perhaps if you stop dilly-dallying, we don't have need for tents.
All right.
Let's
Thank you
go.
for your hospitality, Mr. Klatten-Bottom. Let's be on our way.
Let's go check.
We'll check on that.
Digging.
Best of luck.
Thank you, kind sir.
I'll see you in a little bit. Again, try to keep your feet under you. Don't trip on any of my plants and
Off the grass.
keep the steps to a minimum if possible.
Off the grass.
I understand. You have work to do.
Right.
The one more thing. The graveyard. Where is this located?
The Four Lords Graveyard? Past Fort George, down at the south. Between that and the first fireport.
But if Mr. Truthseeker's brother's remains were to be found here, where would that be located?
I couldn't imagine, to be quite honest. It would have been before my time here. No one has been buried or died on this property in very
He
many
would not
years.
have been buried. His remains would not be as conspicuous.
Then it is a mystery.
She'll ask around.
All right, well, let's be on our way to the eastern crop.
Indeed.
So you guys all
And on out.
I'm
leave the
gonna
gazebo?
walk with them towards the eastern crop, but I'm gonna push away to go to Klatten-Bottom before he would
Sure.
like into his house. or
Okay.
something.
He's like squatly walking back, you know.
Yeah.
Yes?
There you are.
The person you said there are resemblance to. Their name.
Oh,
We're done.
It was a... Hold on. He kind of remembers. He remembers a portion.
He's digging.
Need to find my info. Info?
Space.
It's my girl.
Reloading.
Ooh, girl, Stacy.
I'm gonna be your answer friend though.
Put him out there, you silly boy.
Well, he was another gnome like you and I, for one. Lovely little man. Thin, like a rail. I want to say Pip? Maybe?
Thank you.
Sure, like, oh really?
And he continues going, maybe it was... Yeah.
I'm like bolting, like running
Okay.
away from him, but like keeping my feet light at the same time, trying not to put feet on the soil.
Very well.
Wide legs.
I can just picture you like, yeah, exactly.
And just waves. And, strange. Goes goes inside. So, as Timdale catches up to the rest of you guys, you guys head over to the eastern vines atop this hill. So as you approach, you get into it, you see, like, after a while, the thick, bushy rows of the vineyard, or the other crops before you guys were evident, and there are almost no berries left on any of the branches here, whereas you can see them lushly growing on the other ones. As you get further in, you see that, like, almost half of this entire crop is completely ransacked, eaten. You see, like, huge, massive prints, like large feet left behind.
Do they look booted or do they look like creatures?
Roll me a survival check.
Uh-oh.
Usk, have you been through these spots?
Oh, shit.
There's a muddling of a lot of different tracks. It's hard to tell for you.
Is the whole crop completely, like...
It's just been ransacked. Like, I would say half of it needs to be, like,
berries
you know,
are destroyed?
partially destroyed. Looks like, to the best of your ability to understand, it would, you know, like, basically taking grapes off without any regard for the actual longevity of the vines, like taking leaves out, branches with it, you know, just like ransacked.
I couldn't tell.
It wasn't chopped clean.
Yeah, it wasn't. No one was picking. You know, twist the grape, pull it off.
Okay.
It was like strip the bark. You know, rip things apart.
Soil in this area, he's mentioned the minerality is very important. Can I see any visible differences between the soil in this area versus anywhere else?
Say, make me a nature check.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
While she's doing that, can I investigate the actual, like, vines and stuff to see if it's, like, they left, like, fur or, like, anything like a rip? It's almost like thing or, like, some coiling behind, since I'm just, like, ripping it.
You ever done that?
Yeah,
Do one finger?
we'll do that in.
Yeah.
Call it an investigation check for that.
That's what she's doing. She's
21. Okay. So as Timdale, like, gets down, kind of starts tasting the dirt and stuff, you notice a richness in this, like, very fertile soil. It's been well kept, well groomed. There's a specificness to it, for sure. That you're like, this is just good planting soil. This is solid. Lots of nutrition in it.
Good soup.
But nothing seems to have, like, there's no taste of, like, blood or anything particular like that.
No contaminants.
Yeah, no contaminants, it seems, from what you can tell. 17. So as you're examining some of the rows, looking for, you know, bits of skin, anything like that might have been left over. 17.
Tough to further.
I would say with a 17, I would say you find a few, like, thick, like, basically where the stalk of a branch might have been initially grabbed and then squished and then, like, pulled, basically. You can see fairly large handprint, like, impressions in the vine itself.
Right.
Very large fingers, like big, like a Usk size hand almost, like very big.
Are they, like...
It's just the like, you can see the grooves left from behind of this handprint. It almost doubles the size of your hand, like very big.
It's not like a... It wasn't like
Or maybe like
claw
30% larger than
like
yourself.
kind of somebody who's
Like a, yeah, you would guess at
a
least.
humanoid type hand.
Yeah,
You say there was also footprints in the area?
there are. Yeah, there's lots of footprints.
What do they look like? They have toes.
Roll me a survival check.
Before even the
Well, it's a muddle of footprints. Everything's kind of pressed down. It seems like
the shape of a shoe, or does it look like the shape of a humanoid?
survival check.
I wish to roll as well.
I'll give you advantage if Usk is going to help as well.
What's your survival?
That's better.
Plus 3. Yeah, maybe I'll give you advantage.
So you guys,
I rolled 3 ones today, okay? 3
cat,
ones.
cat and lizard combo.
It was double 2s.
Double ones, double
So
twos.
5 total.
Apparently I can transfer my bad juju.
They look like the best that both of you could discern is they look like large booted boots, like large boots.
Are you gonna let me do this to piggyback on my nature check
To
to investigate the soil that I've already been investigating?
You were specifically trying to discern
Yeah.
like the minerality of the soil. I'll let you try and do a survival check to try and find some tracking as well, if you'd like.
Come on.
14.
There
Okay.
we go.
So as these guys are debating, I don't know, measuring out these huge print, like, fuck, this is a big boot from what I can tell. You're able to discern that there seems to be at least several of these large booted creatures of some kind. The exact numbers is very hard to discern due to the nature of the tracks.
Okay.
But you can see where the trampling of tracks begins to form a very rough trail northward toward the woods and hills and the mountains beyond, essentially.
I like follow the tracks like to a certain point where I realize that as I'm following them, I turn around and
You're like 30 or 40 feet
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
you're heading up as you see Tyndale just walking away from the vines, basically
Tim?
following this path.
You found something.
Footprints. They lead upwards. North.
Are they
Oh,
roughly
finch.
around the same size as Usk's boots? Or...
Put Usk's foot nearby it.
Usk, come here.
I don't wear boots.
Well, I'm just put your foot beside this.
Usk's foot is slightly bigger, but they're huge.
Okay.
these are the footprints there.
There's no like
Not huge.
you can't see any toes or anything like that. There's definitely a flat sole, like they're wearing a shoe of some kind. It seems
Boot.
a boot,
Okay.
I believe.
very large,
Perhaps we'd maybe talk to Klatten-Bottom again.
like a large medium to creature or so.
What do we need from Klatten-Bottom?
I feel like we
He
must
just
just
doesn't
Number.
get this done.
Well, no. The reason I believe we should talk to him is perhaps
You may know about something.
there may be someone who perhaps has a grudge against him, who is purposefully coming in and trampling his vines. As you can see, there's no toes on this footprint. It's there's a sole. It's as if there's perhaps a boot, and the markings Davina saw aren't animalistic in nature. So
They were humanoid
Large
handprints.
man.
But
Oh, man, like us.
maybe they're just
Who's doesn't wear boots?
trying to get food.
It might just have been me, but I got the impression that Mr. Klatten-Bottom would be the first to point fingers at anybody he suspected of foul play.
should have known.
You've been here for a few
Just
months.
Mr.
Do you know of any creatures?
Nothing of this size.
Then should we just follow the footprints?
Ah, yes.
Are you comfortable with potentially meeting an adversary this afternoon?
I've met larger. Left them in far worse condition.
You know, like,
I mean, we have
push
one.
in front. Or do they sit behind?
Great. You
Show me what you
do
can do. Listen.
All right.
I'll
Forward lounge.
So you guys following the track? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
help
Alright.
old Tim.
Who is leading
I like
the
checking the-
tracking?
Well, Tim would probably be up front.
Well, the tracks, you can see where the tracks basically lead, but I do require a survival check. Whoever's tracking.
I'll try.
I was gonna say I only have a +1, so it doesn't
Okay,
really
I'll-
make sense. And to be honest with you, Tim,
Wants to go
Would
talk
not
to
be in the
Clem.
front.
she would not want
I'll
to
be
be
in
at
the
the front at this point. She's actually all
I
the
feel
way
like I'm
in the
Lewis
back.
and Clark, so it's
She's
Okay.
all the way in the back.
You got marching order there, Those? Thank you.
16.
Okay.
Survival check.
All right. So with Lucian at the front, following these tracks, like eventually you get every 20 or so feet you see another one type of thing. They're not like a fucking path, as it's probably been a few days since they traveled, based on what you could tell. But
So look around.
as you continue upward, after about 30 minutes of normal travel pace, the tracks spread wide as you approach this thickening tree line ahead, and they seem to disappear into the forest beyond.
First you say? Thick brush.
You've seen thicker, but it's a little bit sparse as you're further up in altitude. There's not as dense jungle as you were in before. Like, you can't see through it, but you can see into it.
If one were to gauge how dry this particular forest was,
Quite moist.
unfortunately.
Fireball!
Bad map.
Fire.
It's a very hot climate here, especially as it is also the warm season. So it's like quite humid, like 30 fucking
Jungle,
degrees and like balmy. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I hear anything?
Roll me perception check.
What am I doing?
Why did we stop?
It's good thick up there.
It's very good.
Tend to lose the tracks in this thick brush.
Davina keeping a sharp as ear as possible to the air.
Right.
You hear the wind, blowing of leaves in the trees beyond. Your fellow companions. Nothing
Nothing around.
nothing catches your ear. Sometimes it's just quiet out.
Do we go
blindly?
I've sat down at this point.
You've stopped. Fuck this.
I am sitting in.
After hearing like that Davina had seen like handprints on lines, do I see any handprints on any of the tree line? Like somebody.
Yeah, roll me a survival check.
That is a 22.
Say, as you walk towards the forest, you begin to see clear signs of several different paths that seem to be pushing their way through trees. You see a couple of like bent over smaller saplings, like pushed aside. Seems to be a relatively something with a 25.
Something large definitely passed through here. I have a feeling if we follow this little trail, we might be able to find it.
Well,
Shall we?
I say we continue forward.
Yes.
Sorry.
I agree.
What time do we do this?
It's just a little about noon right now.
Perfect. Plenty of time for that.
We are on a clock, remember.
I mean,
You mean negotiation?
yes, negotiation.
Negotiations will fail. So, as you follow Lucian into the forest, and you following the tracks, so as you travel through the forest, for about 30 minutes or so.
Keep it for things.
I want to keep an ear out.
So as you are, the incline becomes fairly somewhat steep. Keeping ears out, no problem. And the jungle becomes a little bit thick. You need athletics checks from all of you guys as you wade through the slippery slopes and the slightly treacherous terrain that you're going through.
0. Oh, I thought you rolled a 1, like minus 1.
10.
Done that.
10.
Done that.
Yeah, I've done that before.
That's a 2 or 18.
18 is better. 2 or 18.
Sorry, 12 or 18. That's
Okay.
I did
12 is acceptable. 12 is all you need.
8.
8 and a 2. 10.
8.
I got
You got 8. Okay, so you knew
11.
11,
11.
11, and you're good. Okay, so as you guys carry on through, the slopes, again, like there's parts where it ascends to like almost fucking 45 degrees, and you're like grabbing branches to kind of pull yourself up this path. As kind of one by one you begin to make your way. At some point, as you are walking, Timdale and hold on, I wrote it down because Thalcern, you guys both slip and do a small fall. You guys fall about 20 feet before you're able to catch the weight of yourself.
What?
Slide. Maybe?
And you each take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as
I'm actually gonna.
Wow.
I
do better. What?
Featherfall.
Can you do it on 2? Or just,
I just won.
I'm gonna see him cast Featherfall, and I'm gonna.
On who?
Now, Featherfall is up to a certain number of people. Like it's people in range.
Oh,
It's everybody in
might
range.
be honest.
You can save them from this if you're quick though. Yeah.
Up to 5 fallen creatures within range. Yeah.
So on both of them,
Yeah.
as you see Timdale kind of slip and her
Like-
body begin to tumble backwards, as well as Thalcern, you feel yourself lightly float instead, so you take no damage.
You like kind of like, just look at me. I'm falling with style. It's magical.
You're like ass over tea kettle, like.
I'll start with an S or a C.
Yes.
So you guys avoid any damage.
You guys okay?
Featherfall, nice.
Fine.
I
Fine.
like names.
Yeah.
Just my ego is bruised, not me now. That's all.
You're all right down there.
I am falling
Get
very
behind
slowly.
you.
Welcome.
This is so elegant.
You seem
and
very
so
pleased with yourself.
Beauty and
I
grace.
feel useful at times. You guys have always been great for my Trebek, and I just like I'll go on and on about you always talk shit about me. So I always talk and get myself into trouble.
Do you need a rope?
You guys will make it up. It's just more of the trying to move
But I'll-
forth.
I'll
You
make
slip. You find your path afterwards, so no problem.
This arcane ability of yours has proven very useful in our trek through the jungle.
Indeed.
I commend you for it.
I might use that someday.
That's got a nice ring to it.
That's a nice ring to it. I don't know why I'm remembering this.
Why isn't anyone use that before?
So, as you continue forth through this jungle for another 10 minutes or so, not too much farther, eventually it comes to an end fairly abruptly, where you see like rolling hills begin to ascend higher and higher upward, where the tracks seem to continue as you kind of do the air slightly cooler, slightly thinner as you have climbed quite a ways
So it's like
upward.
we've broken through the tree line and we're into the mountain.
Somewhat, yeah, it does feel like that. Like as you look below and behind you, you see the vast of jungle of Mora, and then the ocean beyond that, or the heart, I suppose. And then as you look forward, you just see jutting mountains before you, and then the hill before you that seems to continuously ascend beyond your, vision line, essentially.
But we're at the edge of the tree line.
Made it through the trees.
So very exposed to. It's too open.
I agree.
Well, we're still tracking those prints, are we?
I have to admit, I don't have much experience in this kind of terrain. It's the first time being such a high elevation.
Exciting adventure, though. Yes.
Do you still see the tracks that we were following?
That's a good question.
Make me a survival check.
All right. Here we go. Oh, it's a 10. Probably just.
You seem to have lost them.
Somehow I've lost them in this wide open field. Yes.
Like there's some dirt and stuff, but it's a lot of rock and whatnot from here on.
I imagine they must have gone through this
Can I
glade.
see any caves or caverns or anything?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. 21.
21's pretty good. As Davina's like using her immense height to look out over as high as she can and looking up and
Tall,
glancing at the mountains beyond, upward, like the higher up it goes, you look at about maybe, let's see,
It's always the false peaks, right? You see at the top. But
One more gym.
Yeah.
One more gym.
you look for about maybe another 3 hours or so up the trail where it seems to like, it looks like there might be some landscape that would give you the idea that there might be caverns up ahead, further up ahead, like about 3 hours travel uphill.
Okay. I let everyone know.
So we should continue forward, you say.
It's a long way for people to go to get some grapes.
There's not much vegetation on here in the mountains.
Why don't you go up on top of the tree? Perhaps get a better vantage point.
How tall is the tree?
I'd say a lot of them would be 30, 40 feet high.
It's worth a shot. I would give it a go.
If that's thank you. Athletics check to climb the tree.
2 is 7 or 13.
So as you begin to climb up the tree, and you kind of look back at everyone for a moment and feeling a little confident with like the next branch, you find your hand suddenly kind of before you find purchase, and you see this kind of pinkish glowing
Ignore it and continue to the next branch.
like handle almost that you literally grab
I
onto.
missed the branch, but I caught.
You pull yourself up.
I'll mark it out.
Gonna ignore that for now.
Totally normal. Nothing to see here.
Didn't happen.
And before it kind of fades into nothing afterwards. As soon as you release it, it's just gone.
You okay up there?
Oh, I'm great. I'm fine. Thank you.
A little stutter in his movement, but you make it up to the top.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
All right.
Wow, how many ones?
That's the fourth
Honestly.
one I rolled tonight.
Oh,
Dude.
All right.
How
I'm
many
so
of the
sorry.
dice are set aside?
That's my die jail. bigger than my dice pool.
That's the same.
It's not going to be high enough to see anything better than Davina already saw.
Nick Bale here soon.
I climbed down.
Defeated.
Did you see anything?
I could only confirm the things that you already described. It looks like we'll have to go up a ways before we can make any more decisions. Let's continue our hike. We have more of the day.
Up the hill. All right. As you guys begin to ascend this rather large incline, need athletics checks from everyone.
Come on, baby. You need to do better every time. Fuck me, Dad. 3.
3, 5,
18.
15, 18,
16.
16, 7.
17.
Okay. So, sorry, Usk, Lucian, Timdell.
You bet.
So after about 3 hours of hiking up this hill, tracks that you kind of lost, you would maybe pick up a few as you were walking, leading you up the mountain, where eventually you see them lead to the mouth of a cave entrance. As you get to the top, though, you three will take a point of exhaustion. It's not quite the same. After a short rest, you can recover it. This is just like you're out of breath, basically.
Short exhaustion.
Yeah. Where you see around the entrance is this pool of kind of stagnant water, where you can see a lot of tracks around the edge. It seems many of the footprints that lay around the edge of the pool, and then the tracks lead through that and into the cavern entrance.
Very nice.
There's quite a bit of evidence around the pool of creatures being around it, though.
Can I investigate
You say throw a rock and it's.
I'm
you're
not saying
going in.
anything about
the
that. I'm saying
pool
we
of
should take a moment to pause.
Just the state of the general state of the pool?
I'm gonna.
Oh, no, I just want to see like if there's anything around there too. Can I get
I'm gonna
an
look
idea
for,
of
like-
what kind
Roll me an investigation.
I'm gonna look for like crushed berries or like
Grapes.
looks of like vegetation from the.
I'll say if you're going to help, you can roll with
That's four,
advantage.
so I can fuck off.
Roll with
Barrett's going to help, so
Yeah,
you
okay.
get advantage.
Oh,
Over it with advantage.
Light air's getting to us.
come on. Oh yeah, that's 20.
There we go.
Okay. So,
roll.
Yes.
sifting through this,
Yeah.
Still roll 20.
sifting around the edges of this stale pool,
When I do,
looks to be quite dirty and gross looking from basically a glance. You do see between the two of you combined measures of broken twigs, ends of things. There's no actual berries, but you see the branches of
Fines.
vines. Thank you.
well, I feel like we found our culprits.
Can I investigate?
Roll me a perception check.
I guess the question is, do we knock or do
We
we
were
walk in
people,
and
and I want to be.
Potentially, we should take
Nothing.
a moment to think about all of this.
Not even
Maybe we sit out front.
Sit out front.
Wait for them to come to us.
It's be about maybe 3 o'clock or so in the day at this point.
Is there anywhere that like we could kind of take cover and keep a
Half an
little
hour.
bit
Just to get rid of this exhaustion.
Other than in the cave from here, not really.
Yeah, we
No.
should probably get rid of that.
Not
Visibility.
no roll required. You're basically in the mountains kind of right now, where like looking down, you just see the path that you came up, and then like to your left and right, giant mountains that you could at this point you would begin to have to kind of climb almost. This seems to be this plateau that's leading up to this point, and moisture gathering in this nasty looking pool, possibly from rain or whatever.
There doesn't seem to be like any
There's no cover.
skeletons or anything around. Like they seem to be plant eaters.
There's no skeletons around at the
Or I
moment.
mean, like you know,
Halloween skeleton in the
you know, like little bones or something. Like they seem to be
No, they're
plant eaters.
there don't seem to be any bones. No, not in this area right now.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna hide. Well, there's nowhere to hide.
Well, just wait here for a little bit and then.
You want to take a short rest and recover?
Yeah.
That might be
You
like,
guys take a moment
let's go
an hour
get rid
or
of that
so.
exhaustion.
Time.
real quick.
for a short rest. You can expend hit dice if you need to. I don't know if anyone
I
has
do.
missing health or anything like
I
that.
do.
I get you. Bum, 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 bum.
4 p.m., right?
3, 4, somewhere in there. I wrote down 3 for my notes, so
Okay.
write 3.
It's 3 p.m. now?
Yeah.
Before or after our rest?
After it would be 4 p.m. After you guys take an hour, yeah.
5 p.m. if there's, cell phone.
Yeah. Did we change times? Yeah, did we go through a time change?
Time zone.
Yeah, the mountains are pretty big. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's entirely
But
possible.
as you guys are taking a
I
moment of
wonder-
rest,
I wonder if these are the same creatures as the ones that have been said to live on the island south of Rodolph.
What kind of
Oh,
creatures?
the giants, you think?
Yes.
Potentially.
giants.
I think that might be
I
more
come
like-
from a town called Ortho, and the nation of close by to the nation of Rodolph. South of Rodolph, there is an island called Esther, I believe. There is said to live giant creatures called giants.
Creatures called giants.
How creative.
I wonder if these are the same beings.
Potentially.
Do you know much about their temperament?
I know nothing of the island of Esther. I've never been there myself.
So
I've heard the word of
let's
giants before.
I'll say, I know a little bit in giantish.
if anyone else speaks giant, then you
I know.
understand her.
I think it sounds like whale.
Yeah,
It's very,
whale.
guttural and like short bursts of air.
I just look at her like disgusted.
you okay?
Never heard any noise like that before.
Excuse me.
Let's
We
She
speak of
just
snoo.
if we come across anybody, let's not make ourselves adversarial right away.
I think a diplomatic approach could be achieved.
I believe so.
Usk is sharpening the axe.
I was gonna say.
Diplomatic approach coming up.
We always have a backup.
So,
Usk is like,
so for peace, prepare for war.
We haven't used.
his footprints are bigger, so I mean,
Shall we
So,
potentially alert our new guests that we are here?
yes, after an hour of rest, you guys feel recovered, no longer exhausted.
True.
Sitting on the doorstep and passed out.
This is true, but maybe we should let them know that we know.
How do we let a creature we've never met before know that
space giant.
we don't even know if these are giants?
Do we
I
just
can make
yell into
this
the cave?
happen now.
Yes, that's exactly
Yep.
what my
What it
head.
looks like.
My thought is yelling might invoke
Yeah.
suspicion. That also might not be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we don't know what these creatures are or how their customs work.
Wish to go in and
Making their cave blow up would be a pretty good way
What
to
if
do it.
we leave them an offering?
When you look at the cave, by the way,
They seem to like
like
to eat berries and need to come down through great lengths to
You have
obtain them.
lots of berries.
We do. I have some mangoza fruit
and dango.
and dango. Mango
I have a ton of berries that I picked when I was
Oh, yeah.
also
Are they poison?
those are the mushrooms.
Perhaps
Your factory of rotting fruit.
Understanding through a gift bag.
So you guys, worth noting that the cave entrance is about 10 by 10 or so, and looking deep into it, it just is pitch black inside. You can't see further in without going inside,
Well,
just so you guys are aware.
I'll go.
We leave a gift by the pool of water. Okay.
and then what?
I'll like take my, I'll just like take my back, kind of through and grab some of the berries that I have from Henry and
Gunpowder.
no, make sure that there's no
They're covered in gunpowder.
We could go in and pound it.
I'm gonna, grab some of the little the herbs that I was picking and you can leave a mandango or
Throw one on there.
Rub the berries and the mushrooms, and then tell them to take care.
I have that, a vial of acid and I'll
We
just
could turn caves to
Throw
Okay.
some of the poisonous mushrooms in there. Good to go.
yeah, some berries, the medicinal herb
Okay,
and
keep it
the
in mind
mandango.
to sell.
Yeah.
Do not cast fire near. No.
Bag of gun.
And gingerly.
Are you comfortable going up into this cave?
I'm never comfortable.
It's my secret.
I'm always uncomfortable.
I hand you the growler of wine. I'm like, take a swig. Sure. Take a like,
Pretty good swing.
like a half, like a yeah.
I was like,
But
if
no.
you're drinking half of it and everyone's drinking my liquor, I'm not offering it anymore.
No, it's like a half of it's like on the
Swig,
face.
yeah, a little bit purple
Yeah,
around your mouth.
exactly.
Some liquid courage.
Okay,
So you're taking this little offering and beginning to walk into the cave?
Oh,
I don't- sorry.
towards the area.
Okay.
How far can I get until I can see something inside?
It's
Well,
black
I
from
will
here.
continue to walk.
So
until
once
I
you get to
can
the
see.
edge, you'll see your
And
dark vision will kick in,
Right.
and then you can see about 60 feet in.
Right.
So
I
at
will-
this point, you walk in.
I follow.
Yeah.
With you.
I'm
Okay.
like kind of like.
So Davina's a little behind you. Kushagra's behind you. You guys watch them like, walk forward.
We'll watch from afar.
As Timdale,
Behind them.
you walk in. So before
I'm
you,
curious. I want to see my like.
Yeah, ready to go.
as you begin to approach this ominous-looking cave, in the darkness kind of swallowing like cold hole into the earth. As you walk towards it, it doesn't take long for you to notice there's nothing immediately at the entrance, for one thing. It is a tube-like tunnel that's at a slow ascent. As you look inside, you begin to lose vision as it very slowly curves upward. About after like 50 or so feet, you kind of see where it's lost your vision. Enough of a degree of incline that you would have to go in further to see where that leads to.
I'm holding. I know I'm holding all of these items. I'm assuming I put them in some bag or bowl or something,
Yeah.
right? That I'm not.
Something that you have on you, sure. Yeah. Yeah. A gift basket.
So the incline.
It's very gradual, like maybe 3-5 degrees or so,
Oh,
but
okay,
it just
then yeah.
gradually moves its way up.
Oh. Yeah.
Just keep walking.
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
will
Timdale
follow.
disappears into the darkness.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I follow.
wave
Yeah,
back,
sorry.
motion forward,
We'll
and
keep going.
continue.
Okay.
Same kind
Following.
of spread.
She
Following.
probably wouldn't have stopped at all, to be honest with you.
Can I try
Okay,
to
she
be
just keeps walking. You guys start following.
quiet?
Stealth, sure. Kushagra is stealthing as well.
Nope.
Not a terrible idea.
Sure. Who else is following behind?
I think
I think everyone else is all
Seven.
coming up. Yeah.
Usk?
we're moving.
So how are we going then?
Tim, Kushagra, Davina.
Like stealthily or
I don't. Honestly, I don't.
Timdale's
think I would-
ahead. You
It's not, like,
can
stealthy,
ask
but
these guys,
it's
but
not
they're
Gingerly.
Yeah, gingerly.
Gingerly.
Exactly.
yeah. You're just
I
walking
wasn't
without
yet.
Not
malice.
startle
Right.
anybody, but like
Yeah, I'm also not like.
You're walking very
I'm in the
like serving, like you're ready to serve, and you guys are trying to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah.
So you see them disappear into the cave, Usk, and then the other three of you guys are slowly following as well.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Okay.
Just taking note on the.
It's gonna be dark in there.
Gingerly.
make up the vanguard with a torch.
Okay.
Oh, like that.
As you guys are walking in, stealth rolls for Davina and Kushagra.
You don't.
7.
Sorry, those stealth rolls?
Yep.
19.
I didn't roll.
I'm like
Do you want me to?
far in the back.
It's up to you.
No.
Usk in the back. Torch.
I'm not
Are you
trying to,
giving them
Yeah,
birth
I
of
did.
light? Okay. So you'd be about 40 feet behind. No problem. So you guys, like whoever's in the back of the second half of the party that's coming in, would barely see the light of Usk's torch behind them, but you see Usk following you in.
Okay.
So you're walking in, and with Davina and Kushagra quietly, Kushagra, but you can hear Davina like walking, walking your way. This path continues at a slight incline for about 300 feet. You continue to walk in, and you guys
My heels clicking.
just hear the silence of the cave and your footsteps pitter-pattering and the echoing of those back to one another as you guys hear the echoing of Timdale reverberating back to where your ears are and so on, so forth. You guys continue on for another about 300 feet. Afterwards, it begins to level off and then kind of dip a little bit at times where the cavern sort of swells, and at that point you can see where it's carving around and turning into kind of a carved tunnel at this point. Following along?
Carved tunnel?
Well, like,
Natural?
roll me a nature check.
Yeah, that's not great.
Funny. Dirty.
Portions of it are natural, not entirely. It has definitely been
No,
mined
it's
through. Yeah,
mined.
this has been purposely done.
Mined.
Like, would have had to been broken through, like rock and
Well,
stuff.
the only people that mine around here.
Excavated,
Armor
yeah,
people.
big time. From what you gather, it's excavated quite a long time ago. Nothing recent.
Maybe there's like 4
Like
or 5 notes
years.
off of each other.
And there's no minerals in the walls?
Or like,
Can I see evidence of, I guess, what they would have been mining, or is it literally?
From this, yeah, it seems to be the from what you could tell as you continue to wind through, like what you could tell is basically the density of the rock that they were trying to push through is what led to them either turning the path or sharply inclining it to get around rock that's harder to dig through than like looser, like meeting marble, or all of a sudden you're like, fuck that, we're gonna go around this vein basically. It's a tunnel, yeah.
Someone made this tunnel.
This is a made tunnel.
Made it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Just walking in the little fruit basket.
We're
Okay.
following.
So this goes on for another 20 minutes or so. So you guys have been walking for probably 30 to 40 minutes through this cavern at this point.
Okay.
Yes.
While I am not stealthily walking, I am keeping wits about me.
Gotcha.
Looking, and specifically also looking for.
Roll me a perception check.
19.
Timdale at the lead. A little bit of spacing behind everyone. After another 10 or so minutes of this twisting passageway, you guys like switching back where you basically only see the person in front of you around certain corners before another one is already met. You're like, oh my god, up, oh my god, down. Gets narrow at parts where you kind of have to like cinch down single file. It's getting a little claustrophobic. But Timdale, eventually you hear beyond, maybe another 50 to 80 feet down the tunnel. Best that you would recollect. You're not sure what's around the next corner. It could be another turn or so, but
I can see 60 feet. So
yeah. So if it turns, you see the end of the wall though. But you can hear boisterous voices echoing from beyond, and the smell of burning wood lingering in the air of the tunnel. The stale air in the tunnel warms your nostrils. A familiar smell of like campfire. But you can hear kind of like the echoing of like echoing down.
So how far away am I from the turn?
Like maybe 10 feet, I would say.
Okay. How far is Kushagra behind me?
You turn
I just
around.
wasn't far into me is my thing. So
Okay.
I kind of, if I were, this is hard to say now. I kind of want to move away from that area,
Like back.
back a
Sure.
little bit without bumping into him, and I'm gonna the bag that I'm holding. I'm just gonna tinker on it right now and make it shed bright light in a 5-foot radius for us.
Okay.
So that, but far enough away from this turn that.
The light's not going to extend down the hallway. No problem. No problem. You back up a little bit.
But
Like I would say they're probably.
Basically a note for everyone that.
Yeah.
we're
You
stopping.
guys
We're
would like.
stopping here. So
if it-
that we're not.
Yeah. The rest of the party eventually rounds the corner and it's like, wow, blinding light.
I'm standing there with the bag.
And Usk eventually like comes around and is like, fuck yes, light.
Finally. I don't think I was prepared for any of this.
Oh.
I was never prepared for.
Do you not smell that? Do you not hear that?
Okay, that's what you
Rock doesn't cook anything. Rock cooks paper, right? Pretty sure.
I hear voices.
What the hell's wrong with
I
you?
smell campfires.
Can you tell? Oh.
I'm gonna pass the bag off to Kushagra and move closer to.
Okay.
It's the one shedding bright light.
It is.
What languages do you speak?
Giant.
Yeah, it's out of the
No.
bag.
Common.
You hear voices, but you don't understand the language. The dialect is similar to like Giant almost. It's guttural and harsh, but you're like, I don't understand these words. What languages does everyone speak?
So common,
Common, Elvish, Celestial.
Orc Draconic.
Orc Draconic.
common infernal.
Celestial, Goblin, and Orc.
Okay. Common.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Elvish, primordial.
Deal.
Common Elvish Thieves Camp.
The tea is very.
Usk.
Nobody speaks this language.
This language is Orc.
So I'll come back to the party and.
I have no idea what they're saying up there.
You can hear the kind of like echoing down still a little bit, and you're like, I know those words.
I'll take the bag at this point. I'm back.
What?
What is it, Usk? Seem on edge.
Timmy fall down well.
I'm right here.
I'm.
No. Philip Hole.
Different Timmy.
Sounds like work.
And at that, I'm gonna
Or
just hugging the bag. It's just gonna go off.
Fuck.
It's just gonna turn off. Yeah.
What do we know about orcs? Can I?
Roll me a history check.
Are they? I don't have my notes, but
16.
are they in the nation of Revelo?
There's orcs, yeah. There's orcs in the mainland for sure. So what you know about orcs, especially coming from the mainland, is typically they're tribal, relatively savage, typically evil, usually cause destruction, mayhem, kill things, blood, meat, big meat eaters. Omnivores though, like they consume what they can. Big on pillaging and, destruction. Selga is a really great place for orcs to hang out. They fucking love it there because it's just like violence upon violence, and then more violence to follow up that violence. So they're typically a fairly violent race for the most part, from what you would remember from books at least.
Ooh,
They like a good fight.
this could be a time to shine. They love bloodshed.
Cut somebody in
And I
half.
know you
So-
love bloodshed.
a day.
Your husband, you must be itching to kill something.
I like hold up the like small bag of like a fruit, some berries, and like some herbs. Like
Tim, they will
Good
consume.
season.
They'll consume the bag as well as you.
Garnish.
You don't know this. Right?
Tyndale garnish.
Tim Garnish.
I feel like
We haven't even introduced ourselves yet.
Let's just get the bag from Tyndale. I put the knoll
Don't
head
think-
on top.
Stinking rancid knoll head.
Can I throw some
Why
of the
does he have a knoll head?
Sure,
Or just like rub over the berries?
if you want to. You're just gonna
Garnish this.
pulverize the mushrooms onto that.
And sprinkle it
In
into
the
the berries.
name
Okay.
of my doll.
Obviously being
Wrong with
careful
you
not to
people?
absorb it into my skin. I'm using like
Okay.
not.
cloth or something.
No problem. So as Davina's just putting mushrooms on top of this, and there's a stinking knoll head on the top of it as well. Tongue like.
I can make it smell good.
So could I.
Yeah.
I feel like Barrett could make it taste like it hasn't been poisoned as well.
Are we poisoning them?
She already did.
Hasn't.
Oh,
Presumptuous.
This is
No say in
beginning. It's gonna get weird, I think.
Going to get weird.
yeah.
Don't worry.
It's gonna get further weird.
It's gonna get weird.
So I tend to act
Can
before I
confirm.
think.
Do that.
Yeah, you can make it.
You're
taste,
definitely
yeah.
unconventional. I'll say that.
That's a very polite way of doing it.
Okay, so what are we doing?
You're making it taste like I didn't just poison it.
Maybe also put a little bit of smell, a little bit of the olfactory in there.
Well, the mushrooms might not be overly poisonous
Orcs?
to the
To anyone.
to them.
They are poisonous. They're the ones that I picked from the cabin. You
I feel
confirm
like
that
we-
they're poisonous.
We have every opportunity to resort to violence. Why not try a diplomatic approach before we begin? You speak Orc, yes?
We can
Will
try.
it, will
but
it work?
Shot.
So perhaps
You know
just
what
an
else
orc.
works? Fireball. Like berries.
I vote for Fireball.
The tiny one behind us.
Fireball.
Vino. Vino.
What?
Wine.
Why?
I will pour it into your mouth.
No, not for me. Orc? What's wrong with
Take a little shot and I'm like,
you? Wasted good wine.
I'll get you some more.
this is the second time today.
We're shopping.
Just think of all the wine that we can get for free, though.
I mean, we could kill.
Usk.
Do not be anything else wine for us to say.
Yes.
Do you hear what they are saying? Like, excuse me.
Roll me a perception check.
Davina Barrett Winery.
Diviner.
The winery.
Fucking ones today.
The Ailstone
Wine
Winery.
again.
It's just too echoey to discern too much of what's happening. Like you're getting bits and pieces of words, but trying to follow the conversation that might be happening is not possible with that.
I see it's not a
I can
responsibility
take
to
his form.
the broke ones.
I love it. The Aelstrom Divinery.
We're
And to
gonna
make my
kill
way towards
Okay, going in, guys. Going
Okay.
in. Okay.
So set me straight on the thing that's in your arms right now. It is
So-
fruit, berries,
Knoll head.
knoll head, poisonous
Apple wine.
mushrooms.
Half a growler or one.
Okay.
Hey, Orcs, someone's rage.
Is it poured onto it or just
No,
resting?
It's the jug.
Is it like in the knoll's mouth? How?
Give me that
Carrying
jug
it
back.
All right, you're carrying it. Okay. So you got this situation.
Please help me, God.
So with your torch and your little care package, you're walking down the
You
corridor.
want us to follow you? Oh, okay, well.
I'm listening.
I'll start to stealthily move behind.
You'll know
when
when
to distract.
Okay. So,
So
It's like stealthily be in like shadows.
Ego myself.
Ego myself. Yeah.
so Lucian, you want to be quietly following behind?
Following from a little ways away.
Yeah, I
Sure.
want to be myself. Just like, but I want to be stealthy about it.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still, yeah.
Okay. So if you guys are going to be following behind Usk,
14 for my stuff.
okay, no problem.
Come on.
You're not stealthy.
No.
Stop.
9.
It's just embarrassing.
So you guys are following behind
Stop
Usk.
trying to be stealthies. Stop trying to make stealthy work.
9 and 14. Good to
The
know.
diplomacy might have worked if other intruders were creeping up behind our diplomat.
Oh.
I'm trying to match my feet with his feet, and then doing it like click, clack, click, clack.
Where are we going?
Where we go? What's happening?
Play up, play up.
I need that wine.
Need that growler.
Better get me that.
We might need some terrain here. 1 second. So, and Davina and Lucian, you guys are sneaking
A
behind.
little closer? Okay.
Well, you're trying to follow behind.
Yes, great.
And Usk, you've got a torch lit.
I was also trying.
I'm assuming we'll know
Bam.
when they want us there.
Where would you like to be following, Mr.
So,
I'll be behind you guys. Okay.
All right.
Roll, I'm assuming.
So we've got
Yes.
things ready to go at least. So, Usk, as you begin to walk down this small corridor tunnel of rock, and you begin to approach, you see the firelight of campfires as you come around the corner yourself, and you have your torch in your hand, and you hear the conversations in the room kind of like settle down before you hear in Orcish, someone's coming. You're kind of coming around the corner with your torchlight, not stopping. You see 3 orcs gathered around a small campfire. One of them seems to be holding something like a big piece of meat over the fire right now and just kind of like, "Who are you?"
Usk, sorry.
Stand up. You see like shadows of more orcs around the corner that you can't quite see right now.
Lizard folk from long way. Swamp far away. This mountain.
Yes.
Why are you here? What in your hand?
If I say a lot, would have been few words.
Thank you.
Usk bring peace treaty.
Jokes on the word.
First of all, make me a persuasion roll.
Peace treaty.
You want to say the words?
Actually, him inside.
Peace treaty. The first time for everything.
The guy from That's alive. The bug.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 19.
Peace treaty. What peace? Come, bring.
Literally just walks over, sits down by the fire, huddling right in.
So you see there's 3 more orcs.
And we never saw him
The
again.
most found his brothers. Yeah.
And you hear, as you come around the corner, you see one of them peek around and goes,
Yes.
Who that? Who that? Big red one. Come.
and you see like this orc pointing down the hallway, and Davina kind of like standing there like, you don't see me, but he's looking right at you.
You, big one. Red.
You're a big one.
You friend.
Oh my god, Big Red.
Who Big Red?
I was gonna say, I'm not there.
Big run.
Oh, jeez, he just ran in. Save him. Oh, Davina's good.
Like as you look on them, they have massive bodies. Like they're hugely barrel-chested. They're incredibly hunched over themselves with their necks kind of like underneath where their shoulder line is, like barreling over the top of them. And their arms long, thick, and muscular that kind of like almost hang down to the ground with these kind of squat, like short stances where their legs are almost like half bent all the time, I guess they're compensating for the sheer weight of the top half of them.
Knuckle walkers, man.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, hand throw.
Yeah.
Skip my thing.
You see them like
Boy.
giant fucking carved out metal basically with like wrappings around the handle that very crudely formed weapons.
Follow one in.
Big Red. Back at her.
Slave.
Roll me deception check.
It's an orcish though, so Davina wouldn't know.
No, she has no idea what's being said right now. Just Usk grunting with other things that are grunting at him. 12, eh? Big Red.
Oh, slave. Slave good food.
No touch.
And I'm like, hey, Brig.
What? Ah, it's fruity. You friend
Who's friend?
of Orc? Come sit. Give head.
Oh my.
Phrasing.
Dylan's
Phrasing.
Straight to the point. All right.
As he reaches out for the knoll head.
no takers.
Literally see the word.
Give
I mean, nobody knows.
Hold up.
Just taking one for the team right now.
And they're calling for Davina to come into the room as well.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Head trophy.
There's peace treaty.
You keep. Remember this.
Well,
Nice.
okay.
Good job.
He like takes out a piece of like wooden log that basically a bit longer, like for starting a fire, and kind of cracks a little bit piece off and like sticks it into the dirt and rock. And takes the head and just kind of starts to like slowly sink down on it.
Ah, it looks good. Good trophy. Oh, Grape Stew.
Starts picking off the grapes from the ground, or berries, I guess.
Oh, okay. Like, Usk, share them with everyone.
There's mushroom too. Come.
Out there.
Start eating the offerings.
Did you make it taste regular?
I didn't do anything. I didn't know what we were doing.
He said that.
I probably
Come. Sit. Eat.
It tastes like shit. And it's still
You eat meat. Pass.
He passes you like a piece of meat.
Slave. Come here.
Speaking English to me, or-
No, they're Orcish. They only speak Orcish.
Bring slave.
A safe stay. No.
Usk, what are they saying?
Shot.
Slave.
As I'm
Dumb.
grabbing the knife on my side, I'm like,
Come. Sit. Eat. So, why you here? Much scouting?
All tracks.
Who tracks?
No tracks.
Oh, we don't need no tracks. None follow Orc to her.
Who's follow work? The sentence structure.
Why can I follow it?
Well,
though?
can I follow
Why
it?
can I follow it?
Are they actually the ones
That's
that are in
bad.
the graveyard? You
No,
don't know
no.
for sure.
No,
We must do better. No track.
Going down in grape.
We like grape. Tastes good. We keep eyes. Then when ready, big fight. Oh, humans! Eat them! Chop them good for Dragon Lord!
Lord.
Rasna, the man! Human blood! God Rasna! You pray! Uskre Rasna!
All of them like stand up right now.
You pray Rasna! Oh, lizard way, pray Rasna! Who Usk?
It's time is.
Eat his ass.
So a few of them start walking around. One of them comes in, he kind of like,
Who does not pray to Rasna? Who this one? He with us. He not pray to Rasna though. He not with us.
Was with.
make me a deception check at disadvantage. As you see them kind of like grabbing onto their blades, they look at like one of the orcs who seems to be perhaps in charge of the lot of them, kind of look all towards him. He walks directly over towards you as everyone else is kind of watching and waiting for him to make his move or whatever he's going to do. Kind of like looks up at you, even though it's not that far. They're up there like 6.5 feet or so with their hunched bodies. If they ever straightened out, they might be your height, but kind of looks into you and kind of like,
where are you from?
Travel.
Usk travel too far.
Should say too much.
and he's like,
That is my Usk right there.
Usk must die today. We sorry, Usk. Cannot let live. For God, Rasna. Demons.
Poor Brock Lesnar.
for Brock Lesnar.
I keep hearing Brock Lesnar. Right? Poor Brock Lesnar.
Poor Brock Lesnar.
Poor Brock Lesnar. It's true though. I couldn't have.
As they have all pulled forth blades at this point, and you see him kind of like pulls out this like haggard-looking cleaver, basically in one of his hands, and begins to pull his shield forth.
Nothing bad, Usk. You make good feast. Lizard men eat good.
Usk, what are they saying?
They pulled the blade.
Yeah.
And this is if Usk said it in common, I would imagine. It's a good point for initiative to roll.
I used my action to.
So down the stretch of the hallway, Kushagra, you just hear the words "fight" from Usk's mouth, and like escalated conversations of like grunting and growling and like. What do you want to do? Rabble. Totally. Usk. Yeah, Usk is said a number of times in like guttural language.
Yeah.
I think the diplomatic approach has failed, and I'm gonna run forward.
No, this is still barbarian diplomacy.
Barbarian.
Yes, it surely is.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Diplomacy.
Negotiations have only just begun.
He may need assistance in his diplomacy.
Yes, bar diplomacy.
I'm gonna need a fire diplomacy.
So we need them's? Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Big bird.
So yeah, the old 6-incher too, just in case.
The old 6 inch.
Once we get into the checkers and stuff,
Oh,
you can just
my.
like the squares are 5 foot
know.
squares, but up down the hallway is a bit tricky.
I told y'all.
4 inches there. 10 inches there. Wait, 6 inches is 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Big red slave. Depends on who you ask. Big red slave.
4,
Yeah, big red.
I thought they seen me for a second. I was like,
Which red one?
I might just accidentally miss the orc and hit Usk.
I guess you're technically wearing like a green dress right now, but anyway. In my mind, Davina's always wearing the same
There
thing.
was a large red one that was showing.
Everything she wears just turns to red.
I was just like,
Yeah,
I was just
it's
like,
red.
no, I need ball control on this one.
Yeah. Supposed to be.
It's good. Just Kushagra just like quickly sprints past you,
Yeah. Naruto run past her, and
off the wall a little bit.
that was my feline agility. Just
Okay, so double
you know,
movement
I
there,
got
yeah.
my movement, but I didn't dash.
You have not done.
Jade.
So I want my bonus action. And I'm going to.
You can see at least one, I think, from here. Work. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some side blades at him.
Do it, my
Reach
dude.
back and an attempt.
Die by.
So, are they not affected by the poisonous mushroom?
No, they were eating his whole.
been a few seconds.
Even 10.
Probably also have Python.
They might not live to make it to the effects of mushrooms.
I was really looking forward to potentially playing that out, though.
Yeah, that not cookie.
Some better Usk rolls would have been all of a sudden it's a drinking party with the Orcs. Who knows?
Great. That's what I want.
These mushrooms weird. Kevin.
Yeah, they wanted to hear a couple things.
Only mostly dead.
They wanted to hear a couple things.
I see Brock Lesnar pricing.
I rolled a
Nice
9
people.
total. I'm just checking if I can use my bonus action. I might only be able to use it if I hits.
For a second attack?
I don't know, it says after
No,
attack.
yeah, it's just after you attack. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to try.
So
I'm
9
guessing
total.
9
Yeah,
does-
no. You didn't even hit a common civilian.
And that's a natural 1.
Oh my
And,
god.
What in the what? In the
Sorry.
what?
Sorry.
Kushagra comes around the corner and just does this like jazz hands thing.
And nothing.
Something happens.
Like-
You're like, fuck.
I'm just gonna stay still.
I assume partial responsibility, and as such, I am sorry.
Lucian, you're up.
Because you're the only. No, this is normal. This isn't.
This is honestly on par for the course for Kushagra.
It's most of the time it's at this end of the table.
If this is
over
the first time it
side.
happened, I'd be like, well, obviously you're the change.
Guess I'll die then.
It's all done.
Yes, I'll die.
All right, let's move
I'll
this
take the
towards
order with me
me.
first, but you know.
Good.
5.
Stab him in the chest. The
I'll sit right there.
Blast.
And then, yeah, we're gonna start blasting. We're gonna
Blast up.
Start blast.
I'm actually gonna use. No, I'll enter into my blade song. Foremost, as I like start like flitting my way up to the front. Actually, my movement speed will increase by 10 feet, so another 10. And I will do a firebolt as an action.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that like the nearest guy?
As a 12 to hit.
It's fireball glances off into him. Seems to hit the rock. You totally
Oh,
missed.
Brock Lesnar and The Rock?
That's quite the tag.
Jeez, we are fucked.
Yep.
If only we had some ally that we can't possibly see.
Yes, if only. John Cena.
That's all you got, I guess.
Yeah,
Barrett, you're up. 2 epic fails so far. It's battle's going well. Barrett, you're up.
Okay, so how much
Um,
does it take to get...
So let's see here. 5, 10. So it's 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you just right about there. So
Okay, Barrett.
Can't see jack or shit.
you can see some of your allies, and I would say you probably can partially see the one orc that's like right back.
My ass.
My ass.
How far away is that?
With Mej, she's looking like a solid 70 feet.
I can't get there.
Good Bardicans.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do.
Get reduced with that road.
Boy.
We're gonna need some of these, I think, at some point.
Lots of those
Yeah,
might
true.
They are really handy for when buffs and stuff start flying around. I'm just gonna put those out because you guys can reach everything for me, so that's lovely.
Yeah,
Yes,
down
yeah,
their
we got
throats.
I'm gonna get the rage
you.
one ready.
I
Just for no reason.
mean, yeah, no. Just in case, you know.
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
I'm
Today we
going...
talk.
Can you talk?
Today we talk.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Have feelings?
I'm gonna give Usk some bardic inspiration.
All right.
Kind of letting my words flow down the hallway. Since it's the only thing I can see.
Echoing into the chamber, you hear like confidence coming from behind from Barrett's voice.
That's my bonus action. There's really not I can use my action to dash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get closer then.
Okay, another 30 feet.
Alone in the tunnel.
5, 10,
Meanwhile, I'm just like chilling, like,
5, 10, 15.
You guys want to reach him out there?
I'll park right by Chicago.
I'll come, yes. I'll come with what I need.
Chicago.
And yeah.
Chicago.
Right.
Chicago.
So that's Barrett.
What can I use the Bardic Inspiration for again?
Attack.
Or
Ability.
check?
Pretty much anytime you roll an ability check, attack, or saving throw,
Nice.
you can roll the d6 and add it.
Sweet. Which is
All the rolls that you need it for.
Yeah, anything but damage essentially.
sweet. Yeah, I got that covered.
Fulsturm, you're up.
All right.
You see these individuals just rushing past you into the fray.
Until I get my
Failing.
my college.
A little bit of fire emerges
Not just yet.
from Lucian's hand, and then like gone.
It stays on them
How far away is it?
until safe.
That tent looks mighty flammable.
That does look mighty
And
flammable.
then
However, I don't want to hit
if they
boost.
use it and succeed, I can use my reaction to
Oh,
put
that's
somebody
pretty damn
against-
close there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Wait, is it raging yet?
that
No, it's only
angle.
legend.
Yeah, it would still burn him.
But that's
Fire, you Usk!
2, 3, 4. Should be able to get the back corner here.
Sure.
All right, we'll give that a shot.
I'm just trying to get the back corner to hit like mostly the tent and maybe that one orc by the looks of it.
Yes. Oh, I'm breaking the cavern here.
That's good. They're just loosely on today.
Coming down around us.
Yeah,
Looks
we're
like
gonna
it.
Get that orc there in the corner,
And
and,
then the
whatever poor unfortunate bastards happen to be in the tent.
Roger that.
So, we
Okay.
can roll to hit the corner.
Yeah, I'll roll a dex for the one orc that's in the. It's a natural 18 on the dice. So
Oh shit. That's a natural 1.
Oh no.
that's you don't have to roll.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fire.
Never mind.
Yeah, it just goes.
I was
You just need to roll some damage for me.
Some D6
Oh, I'm
for
good. I'm good. I got
So
this.
yeah, fireball is your
Oh, you
classic
brought it.
8d6.
How many d6?
8.
the first fireball, baby.
yeah.
This is the first fireball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, baby daddy, a new pair of everything. No,
I've never seen such description.
I'm honored by my
I
brother.
was
That's
never
a
able
lot
to
of
use
sixes.
it.
That's a lot of sixes.
Oh, really?
Hello, pretty lady.
Couple ones, but
No, that's okay. That is 30,
Holy crap!
35.
Oh, yes.
Usk is inspired.
So we're doing some fire and some smoke.
Outrage.
35 of above.
However it looks cool.
4 6s, a 5. 2
36
1s, and a
total.
36 total.
36 total.
35 total.
Can you put a little
Ah, yes.
This
Lift it away.
one by that work?
Oh, Chicago.
You know what? We don't need the smoke. It's fine.
The smoke is the best part.
All right, fine.
So,
Yeah, like
the little
the
green one
wall.
here by the dude.
It's better when it's pouring out of the
Whoosh.
18. Okay,
No.
so he takes half damage from that, basically.
Yeah, it in there.
You see this huge explosion lights up the entire interior of the cavern. You see the orcs kind of like, "Rawr! Rawr, fire!"
You guys are just making him.
While you guys are getting that smoke going on, Usk, it's your turn.
Rage.
Rage. Yeah, I can't quite reach.
It's a foam party in there. The orcs are just
Give me a nice Usk rage there for me. I mean the marker, yeah. But also that.
What do you choose for your rage?
What's our?
Raging, using, feel distinctly outnumbered, so I'll use Beast.
That's
Form
classic.
Tail.
Classic Usk
Beast
though.
form tail.
Beast Form
Going for
Tail.
the armor save again already.
Yeah.
So it's you use your reaction to increase your AC.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Reaction, roll
Go.
1d8, add that to its. So it's
1d8. So
Yeah,
good.
It's a lot.
It's significant. Yeah.
Yeah.
He increases it by
So-
half of my AC.
Yeah.
Seeing the
Yeah.
fireball just come whizzing by.
It's like right next to your skin. You feel the heat of the flames on your skin, but nothing burning you.
Feels distinct memories of the windmill.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Ah,
Great times.
good times.
And seeing the one orc take the hit, I will also swing at set orc.
Okay. That's right next to you.
This is the criticus.
Kind of like.
No. That's not a 1, that's a 7. Seeing Bardic Inspiration. Not a 7. 1. 12.
The dice love today is another 12 total. 12 will miss, unfortunately. As you swing like low, he's kind of like brushing the fire off his face, just enough for him to kind of tings his sword in front of your axe and deflects the blow. You feel the like kind of intense strength of this creature as it matches your blow. Actually, like blow rather than deflecting it, it kind of almost stops it for a second. Quite impressive. That's all you got though.
Yeah.
Next up is the orcs. So we have Homie who's burning. He's going to move in closer to you. That guy there. We're going to get a little bit surrounded here.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Whiskey.
I got you.
We got you, Holmes.
Guy here is going to get behind his buddy, and he's going to like put his bow on the shoulder of his friend and kind of notch an arrow back and fire towards you. Usk, 19 on the dice.
Oh.
Definitely.
That's definitely gonna hit, yeah. So with the longbow, it's gonna be +1, so 7 points of piercing damage, so 3. And then the 1, 2, 3. The fourth one that's around the fire, he's gonna get around Usk's backside as well.
Okay.
And then they're each gonna roll attacks into you. So first one, 17 plus things. 6. So that is 11 on the second one.
What was the things on the...
Yeah.
The
What did I say? 17? Oh, so plus 5, so it's 22 altogether.
23. I guess it's
23 AC.
Your AC is 23. Okay, so those both miss so far.
Wow.
Tail.
Yeah.
Third one misses. Fourth one's
Is
cocked.
it tail for the one attack, or is it for...
That is so...
I think it's for the...
I think it's for the duration. That's a good question, though, because that actually hasn't really come
Shield
up
works.
yet.
The way shield works. Is
I
that
believe it's
your
the same
full
one.
turn until the
Yeah.
next turn.
Reaction. If a creature you can see within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to swipe your tail and roll d8, applying bonus to AC.
It reads like it's just the first one.
It does kind of read like that. Let me just confirm it with that. Yeah, it would be just for the one. So that one, that was a high one, is a miss, and then I'll re-roll the other two because I don't remember what they were. They were okay. So 15 plus 5, so that's 20 to hit on the third attack, and then a 9 on the last one. So you only get hit by 1 after all of that. Way better, yeah. That will be 5, so 8 points of piercing, slashing.
So 4.
What do I have it in? So 4, yeah. What do I have it slashing in?
Yeah. I love rage.
That was pretty great. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's those guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Next up, Tyndale.
11, 12. Yeah.
Things start to sound chaotic around the corner, like people are screaming.
Noted. Nice.
Okay, well, I can't move very far at all, so put me at the back.
Did me dirty.
Yeah, causing the attack to miss you. Yeah,
Oh, hey, Tim.
still great, but it only works against one.
What's
Still
up?
great though.
Better for a dueling.
I can see you just like running into it, like, I'm coming!
Oh wait, you grow a tail
Just like
lashing.
leaning against like a rock.
Oh well,
like-
you can also do this. Okay. Cool.
So you can do it anytime you use you can use your reaction at
Well, your tail also becomes a weapon, which has reach, which is cool.
Yes, actually super dope.
It's tail swipe
10 damage to
D8.
They nerfed it
So
in
good.
patches.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna use my action to, as I'm like looking around the corner, I'm going to put my hands out in front of me, and right on the floor, you can actually see this, is that a small scorpion appears right in front of me, and it looks completely lifelike. And I'm going to use my bonus action to have it walk 15 feet in front of me. So
Let's use this little dude. It's like the smallest noble.
He's like this.
I don't even know where that came from.
I need to get some.
He's doing the thriller yet.
I need to get a little scorpion. Yeah, a little Sparky too.
Sparky.
So yeah, he's hanging out right at the entrance there.
Okay,
And
it's kind of like
yeah, exactly. It's mechanical scorpion. He's really small though, so he rounds the corner and you'll see.
Which kind is this? Are you saving for
You'll see.
when he legs?
So that's all you got?
I mean, you've already seen the other one.
I know.
You already know what the other one is, so there's only one other option.
Yeah, this is true.
That's my turn.
Tyndale, excuse me, Davina, you're up next.
Wait.
So,
Fire's just erupting out of this tent.
See how it is.
Orcs are screaming. The entire room is kind of lit up at this point. Usk, you have great vision
So-
at the moment.
You got
Great.
great eyes, man.
You got great eyes.
Sick
Eye.
Sick eye.
I want to get
That's the
within
one.
30
Right
feet
one.
of this guy.
Okay. If someone wants to give me a hand there.
Say when. Too close? Not close enough?
I don't
This is our 30-footer.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's 30 feet there.
Okay. I
Aw.
want
And I'm
to
at the
pass or use path to the grave on him.
What's that?
So starting at second level, you can use your channel divinity to mark another creature's life force for termination. As an action, you choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you, cursing it until the end of your next turn. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of the attack's damage and then the curse.
Right. So who are you doing that
Wow.
onto?
Disgusting.
Pick one orc. So that one's the only one who's been hurt so far.
Actually, if I can go for this one.
Sure. A number 2 orc. Little 2 there for me.
Number two. Yeah.
And so he is magically cursed. I think a magic effect will probably be the one, or
Is
a
it
curse or
Is
something
it
like
curse?
that. Yeah.
Curse on him.
So he's vulnerable to the next attack.
This one?
Yeah.
So
Nice.
double damage on the next attack.
And then I'm just gonna dip the potion.
Okay.
Faint.
And all right. Kushagra, you're up.
That only works against
As,
I don't want to eat me.
are you saying anything as you do this?
I don't
Fuck
know.
yeah.
I can't
Where's that voice
I'm
come
just like,
Focusing on the death energy of Valada and just
yeah,
pointing
just
at this
pulling it
individual.
up, and then you can just like kind of see like a black smoke circle him. And
Okay. Kind of like, and then like coats him and then kind of
Yeah.
sinks into his
Yeah.
body, and you see it like disappear, like evaporating
Yeah.
into him.
So it's dope with the. Oh no, he's vulnerable to the next attack.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
He's Bade curse.
Nice, nice, nice.
He's my curse.
Old man.
All right. Kushagra, you're up next.
Okay.
Who's gonna put bad curse on you?
Who should I miss with my Psyblade?
Just with blood bush.
I guess I'll go for the one who's been hurt, the one who's been damaged
Okay.
by the fire, the scorched one.
Gotcha.
Let's try
So you're already
this,
not gonna
shitty die.
work policy.
This one
You're
is.
just work.
Okay, that's a straight roll. 10 plus 7, 17. Hits.
17 will hit.
Woohoo! We love that.
All right, so that's sneak attack.
If you want.
Within range.
Oh yeah.
I would say
Dex.
con.
God,
There's not many cons.
No, Dex.
I was more or less
fire and things.
what would be?
1d6 and 1d6 for.
Or are you trying to beef up one of ours?
No, like depending on
You're
what.
so vain.
16 points of psychic damage.
Yes.
It's pretty
You're
good.
next.
Oh,
You're
that'd be
after,
good.
you're after me.
Yeah.
Okay,
28 would be 30.
Maybe not this coming turn, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get around the corner.
He is looking
to nuke the next time.
Really bad after that. You see him kind of like holding the flames on his face and kind of like.
This one goes down.
Growl and I release my other blade at the same target.
He's looking really weak right now. As he like half drops his weapon, trying to pick it up off the ground.
Okay, 16 plus 7.
Hits, yeah. Another one goes like straight towards like his head is turned down, looking down like straight towards the top of his head.
Oh, yeah.
That's another 9 points of psychic damage.
You see his brain just his head just kind of like cave in slightly before he just kind of like
See that movie Scanners?
drops.
The synthetic
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
What happened?
That dude with his arm up is Deed. Yeah. Number 1 is Deed.
Huzzah.
I'm gonna,
Oh, we did it.
I'm gonna take my remaining movement to not move, catch my breath, so I can use agility.
Smart.
All right. So the action, bonus action, no movement. All right.
Yeah.
Lucian, you're up.
I got a plan for this one.
Do it.
So I'm going to 10, 15,
Jump the toasty.
getting in there, lining up a lovely burning
Like standing in
hands.
the smoke. Oh, okay. There is a template there within the
That's so
template
cool.
thing.
It's,
Also, the
it's-
sticky tack can be removed if it's easier to pull it off.
It's not so
But
much a sticky tack, it's more of a. Oh, that sticky tack.
yeah, one end can be removed so you can slip them off.
It
It's jank, but it works.
is jank, but it works.
Kind of.
That's a 30-foot cone, Dylan.
That's-
Yeah, there's a small one in there.
3
Yeah,
inches, 30 feet, you know.
There's no real good way of having them all
Two
together.
of them with
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Two of them?
Okay.
Dex checks.
Yes.
And one of them is going to take double damage.
Number 2.
Okay, I'll do the separate one for him.
It's like picking up the flames of the fire between them.
It's a
It's just like
8 and a 9, so both fail.
8 and 9. Lovely.
So the first
Be at
one's
first
for
level.
2.
One of them is taking double damage.
Yeah.
Sad face. 5, 7 points of fire damage. So one takes
So
14.
14
and one
Yes.
takes 7.
and 7. I'm going to put a 3.
21 points of damage, one turn, not too shabby.
Can you put a 3 beside the one that doesn't have a curse?
3.
And the other one, can you put a dice that
Does
says
the curse
2 on
stay
it?
there, or does it go away after the...
It goes way after that, yeah.
The other one, the cursed guy, already had a 2 beside him.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Then leave that.
Okay.
So yeah, his curse will remove after it's used though.
So
But
that's-
And then
just flames torrent out of your fingertips and just envelop these orcs, kind of like curling over them. You see them like.
a smirk plays over my face.
Yes.
The flames are fighting back.
That's your action.
That's my
movement.
action. I don't have any other bonus actions aside from that.
Barrett, you're up with Thelzern on deck.
Okay, I'm going to move beside Usk, but not like kind of right beside him there. Yeah. And I'm gonna cast. Actually, if I get, I think I can see this one if I move a little bit more on the
Like around the corner.
angle.
Which one are you looking at?
Down
the hall.
This one down the hall there. So I'm gonna cast Bane on that one and these two.
Okay, so the one in the back fails, and the other two. What's the DC again?
14 charisma.
Charisma, right? That's a 12
One of the back
and a 5. So the other two fail as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
So all
Very far back.
no, this one and then these two.
Okay. And all 3 failed.
Yeah.
All 3 failed.
Beauty.
Well, it's D4s.
I'm gonna use a
Uh-ohs. Uh-oh.
Combo.
Oh shit, I totally forgot about something.
Not me.
Oh, I'm gonna do it in a second.
Oh, don't worry.
Everybody ran away!
Nah,
Oh
it's-
yeah, they have
it's a super cool thing.
They go back to 1. What fight?
Orc stuff.
Ferocity.
Orc stuff.
Endurance or something?
the one that I
Say everybody run. Is it not gonna be
is this is the one that you
I
burned.
burned, so you did got the 14 on that.
Okay. So,
There's one who is roasting on the ground, screaming and writhing in pain so badly right now. He's not actually dead. He's just in a lot of pain.
so the one that the one up there that I cast Bane
Actually,
on.
he probably would have been in the Burning Hands arc.
Yeah, he would've got a little-
He's dead then. Yeah, he was down to 1 HP, so he was dead.
He's
What one?
toast. He's dead.
That's
I'm
what
gonna use my bonus.
He's already been removed. I just forgot about their little rule that they have.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to also unsettling words. The one that's up there in
The back corner.
The back corner.
There's one with a bow and one with a shield and a thing.
the one with the bow.
Okay.
one that's
And
bait.
unsettling words on him.
There's no save for that. That's
No,
just
he's just minus by
he's
whatever you
minus
roll.
a-
So that's on the skills
Five.
Saving-
He's a -5 on his next saving.
saving throw. Thank you.
That's fucking.
The debuffs have just gone out.
Yeah. He's gonna.
All right, that's all you
movement,
got.
Action. Bonus
Bonus
That guy
action.
with the bow?
The guy with the bow
Felzern.
has a -5.
Man, the debuffs are all over these guys right now.
Just got to.
Yeah.
I decided that I might just start doing a debuff build.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Useful to the
I roll
party.
Magic missile.
Anything
Or
else?
number 2 there.
Yeah.
Just all straight into him.
All on
Go
it.
for it. You can either roll separately for each one or 1-1 total. It's up to you. I'm not picky. Is
Poison death.
That would be 7 damage.
that number 2
They all
orc?
get- They all get
Yeah,
plus
two.
3 as
Number
well.
2.
So it's each one gets a +1. Magic
Yeah.
missile, magic
So-
missile.
Oh, yes.
Plus 1 for each missile, so 10
So
altogether?
that's 10 altogether.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Starts screaming. Usk, you're up next, or unless you got anything else you want to do.
That's all I got.
Okay, Usk, you're up.
All right.
And a lot of bonus
You're just kind of like.
actions.
Yeah. Rage. Definitely gonna continue the assault
hammer,
on
yeah.
orc
Number 2 there.
Number 2.
A great axe.
Spooped, spooped, spooped.
15, 19.
That's a big old hit.
Big ol' whip.
Wow. Bye.
9 damage.
4 plus 9, 30. Okay, he takes a significant chunk out of this orc, but he kind of like still alive.
Bonus action, hungry jaw.
All right,
Oh yeah.
His face. Eat its face. Oh,
Not him.
no.
miss. Okay, you snap towards him, and he kind of like snaps back. Orcs are up next. So yeah, buddy who was dying is dead. Let's do. So the guy with the bow is not baned,
He's not baned, but he has.
but he has for saving throw.
Yeah,
All right,
but,
we'll do
but
his.
If he's not taking a saving throw, it's
Do his shot first. So he sees you come around, bane his buddy, and like casting spells and things like that. Everything is quite chaotic right now. He like turns around and marks. Just gonna try to shoot the tiefling that just came around. That is a. What am I adding to the bow? Sorry, 18 to hit with the bow.
Whammy.
For 9 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, that was a win.
You see like the weight and flex of this bow, and he kind of like cranks it back straight into you.
Okay, so I roll for concentration.
I want to watch.
Yeah.
I just watched it. That's great. That's what I was like. Oh,
18.
Pass.
And now I'm going to use my reaction and point at him and cast Hell's Rebuke.
It's a save.
Dex point is like a Guy Fieri.
Dex?
Yeah.
With a negative.
And -6 or -5.
It is a Dex save at -5.
Okay, so we're +1, so basically -4. 19 on the roll, so 15.
Oh, just got it.
So he takes half damage, but he's like.
That damn +1.
I need my d10s.
Yeah.
Do it. You can do it.
That was some fun D&D math.
Yeah, nice.
2.
Is that fun for me?
Yes, one here.
Issues.
You big nerd.
Some nerd issues. Oh my god, +1, -1, +1. Yes, it's so good.
Oh, not bad.
18, so half, so
9 damage.
9 damage. 9 fire damage.
Onto Bowboy.
On the boy.
All right, he does not
Boy,
appreciate
boy.
that as he
Bang.
fires an arrow and then his body ignites from the inside out and like flames start shooting out his fingernails a little bit.
Nice.
Stop stuffing
He's gonna get a whole lot more than that, bud.
And then the other melee that's happening, I
Yeah.
think Buddy who was protecting his boy is charging in. Yeah.
Bane buddy.
Bane Buddy. He's gonna go for Barrett as well, actually. And then the other 3.
I believe it's their next.
Well, 2 of them are gonna attack Usk, the other one's gonna
Yeah,
attack.
they're
Can
next.
he go all the way up?
Yeah, he'll go through.
So
Stuff there.
the guy who's basically.
Oh, if he can't make it, then he's gonna go to Usk.
Not the curse, but like the.
Yeah, if there's no actual room.
Yeah, that one's gone.
Oh, guys, clean.
It's just over these stumps and things you have.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so then yeah, he can make it to Barrett.
Clambers over.
I mean-
Yeah.
No.
So he's
around.
baned.
6 inches.
That's not gonna hit. That's like a 13. A 13?
Is that also -4 with your?
I rolled a -1.
Okay.
But it's a D4. It's a D4.
Oh yeah. No, 14.
Hey, with the -1. That's exactly what did it. So then there's one into Lucian.
Yes.
Wait.
Is he bane?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's not base.
No.
No, the other 2 that are fighting Usk are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was 19 on the dice.
I'll use shield and no.
Well, it's a 24 then.
So mine will be 17 plus 5 is 23. So, yes.
So it still hits.
Cracks the shield.
The shield goes up and like for the first time ever, this cleaver comes through it and right into your
cannonball.
shoulder
But
for 6, 7, 10 points of slashing damage. You see the blood like spray out
I like
afterwards.
to think it's like a Doom moment where like the blade comes forward and it's like and it slows it down. He just like slowly pushes it.
And like you're like putting the shield up and it's just sinking into you before it kind of like
Is
pulls
that
back
your
up.
bad shoulder that he just hit?
It's fine.
Oh.
And then
gonna get
first one into you, Usk, is 16 -1 plus 5, so 20.
Definitely hits.
20 hits.
Even with reaction.
Okay, second one, 15 plus 4 is 19.
Definitely hits.
2 hits.
Hey, buddy.
Good rolls there.
That's fine.
Your reaction, my dude.
Yeah.
No, you think so. Try it.
It's a plus 2.
So
17.
11 plus 6, 17 points of slashing damage, so 8.
okay.
Okay.
That's fine. That's reasonable.
And that is all the orcs at the moment. Next up is Team Del.
Timmy!
Okay.
Scorpio.
I'm still.
Blood is flying. Blood is indeed flying.
Little legs.
The person who can only walk 25 feet maybe shouldn't go at the back of the friggin' tunnel. Okay, well,
Who knew a fight would break out?
Who knew?
Now,
I was really in. Yeah, there's savage beasts. You guys are actually so close though, but like, you don't know who Razna is or what that is, so
It's not a part of the plan.
it's not something you guys are aware of. You have no fucking idea what that is.
Maybe-
Some good bullshitting.
maybe that's
Usk
the
is not
golden
really a
dragon.
good bullshitter, I don't think.
it's pretty
It's
straight.
pretty straightforward, yeah.
Yeah, it's like prey.
I'm gonna use my action to dash
Okay.
and walk again, and use my bonus action to move
Very
my
particular
move.
Dude,
Carry it.
it's good. One's better.
Yeah.
You could carry it and like move half your movement, I would say. Sure.
You can have a 15 minute, 15, and then you can throw it.
And then I can make it walk
It'll be
again.
10 because half rounding down.
So I'll walk 10 with it,
Mhm.
and then I can make it walk another 15.
Sure. I don't see any reason why not. Pick up your little baby.
So what?
You kind of like send it off and like push its rump, you know. Off you
I
go
also
then.
can't see the things on the other side of here.
Yeah,
so
the-
Right there.
And then
with
it
me.
goes there, and then it goes another 15. Perfect.
Okay. Well, can I? How many feet? I can do that one, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
make sure
15-foot cone.
there's no friendly fire.
Oh yeah.
But it's on the wall, and then
Yeah.
I can get this one.
The one loggy orc?
Yeah.
Is the flamethrower?
It is, yeah. So the tail,
Oh, so
I'm gonna
fire.
like call behind me and tails, and then it's gonna its way over.
What? Tails.
Yes, yeah,
Same as tails.
Love it.
yeah. And the back of it is gonna come up and not really fire.
All right. Kind of like
Yeah,
flames just begin to shoot out of its dexterity.
you got it.
It's like
19.
Okay.
Is he?
create the
Oh no,
surge.
Bane doesn't affect. Oh no, it is. It does. It does.
That's
Yeah.
the gas.
Attacker saving throw.
So 17.
It still passes, but it's
But he takes half. And I believe he's a fresh dude, isn't he? You want to put a
Yes.
5 by him for me?
he's only taking 2.
Another days.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Thank you.
5.
5.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
All right, that's all you got. Okay,
Do we have a
Davina.
dice by Archer Boy who took 9 damage?
I got him on as the only archer right now, so he's fine.
That's
So I am going to go after the same one, and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Which one was right?
The one that I just attacked.
Yeah.
Oh, the same one that Tim did? Yeah, no problem. That's a con save? Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Which is minus 8.
Minus D4 plus 0, 11.
That's a fail.
That's a fail for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Those debuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because you rolled a
fail.
15.
So, since he's injured,
1d12, 1d12.
Oh, maybe. No, it's gonna stick. Sick cantrip.
The one that looks like
good
it's shooting
crack.
that isn't.
Yeah, it's here.
this one. Yeah.
It's the dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron.
I can't remember what the D20 is called ever. It's-
Oh,
Five.
That's why.
I remember we googled this at the bar.
You don't add anything to it.
Just 5?
I got in trouble.
No, you wouldn't. You know.
No, not for these. 5?
Someone said you were dyslexic.
No.
Please, everyone knows the rules of
Yeah, it's a 5.
dodecahedron.
All right.
It's like, I think me. I said dodecahedron. I stand correct. You got me. Yeah.
So that was your action?
Yeah.
What you doing for? Oh.
5.
Max? Yeah.
I feel like you would have held it here.
I would have heard it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is.
So I'm just gonna kind of back up a little bit behind.
Dang off.
Sure.
Back at it.
Scoot behind Kushagra.
Up. I don't know.
All right. Kushagra, you're up next. Is Davina like this bell kind of like dong? You see his head like "Rawr."
Looking around at the carnage, flames, and the screams of terror of the orcs. Feeling a little confident. Feel like we're doing okay. It's going pretty well.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got this.
It's a proper melee at the moment, admittedly.
Nothing could possibly go wrong. Can I see the one standing right beside Lucian? A bit like between Lucian and...
yeah. Through the traffic of the battle, you can spot him out. Sure.
I mean,
Oh, he's actually an archer. Whatever, it doesn't matter. He has a bow on his
bow.
back.
Oh.
He's using his weapon right now,
Yeah.
but I was like, I thought I put 2 in. Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
just threw him immediately into the fray.
Yeah.
my first Cyblade at him.
All right.
Carnage.
What number is he over there?
Number
Is he
2.
Two? Thank you.
I hate this
Ooh,
dice
he
so
is
much.
looking
It's rolling
bloodied.
Compared to the rest of them.
That's a 15 plus 7, 22.
That'll hit. 22.
Yeah.
Did someone fart?
Okay. I try. I'm just gonna do my regular.
Trying to sneeze.
I got you.
Oh, he's a classic.
I was 10 points of psychic damage.
That's enough to drop this guy. He was looking really hurt as he kind of like, you see it flinch back, and he kind of like drops to a knee before all of a sudden his eyes flare red and kind of like, still alive.
Oh, that's
It's only
spooky.
mostly hit.
I'm gonna send another side blade into this motherfucker.
Throw me an attack roll.
Who do you think you are?
That's a 23.
That'll hit.
All right. And
He only have 1 health left. He's
and
dead.
I might as well use all of my
See, like,
sneak attack damage.
Like spit spraying from his mouth, and his eyes like red smoke is kind of billowing out of them. And kind of like before you're gonna
Do it at 3.
Nice. Good job.
9 points of psychic.
mid scream just.
Oh, he did.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
He did. Another one down.
I'll
Let you have the honor of.
Which one? This?
That's your action, bonus action.
Yeah.
That works too.
Maybe I should move to get to a vantage point here. I'm gonna move to the other side of Barrett there.
I move.
Yes.
All right,
Well, yes, right there.
What? Yes. Perfect.
Lucian, you're up.
All right. So
Barrett on
seeing
deck.
that one in front of me die, I'm going to phase a nice shadow blade that just comes out,
Oof.
and I will hurl it at this guy here.
All right.
Through the campfire.
Through the
Number
fire
3.
exit?
Oh yeah.
So it is a plus 6.
Fuck yeah.
I'm telling you.
Plus 5. It's an 11. Sad face.
Total.
Yeah.
You're again the shadow base. You see it just disappear into the darkness. You're like, what the fuck?
Apparently,
Actually, wait. Is it a dim light right now or no?
It's pretty fire everywhere.
It's pretty fire.
Yeah.
If it's a dim light.
It's pretty fire everywhere. Unfortunately, it's
That makes sense.
You're standing in fire.
yeah, it's pretty bright.
entire tent.
You lit the whole tent on fire immediately.
In the...
I think we can make it brighter in here.
It's pretty bright at the
I can do
moment.
that for you.
Yeah, it's pretty bright at the moment.
Oh, there's still another 10.
I like to think the shadow blade like just enters the fire and
Just doesn't go through the other side. Yeah. That's your action. Or bonus and then action.
The enemy.
Don't go too far
This
away.
way.
Be a attack of opportunity from. Oh no, that guy's dead. Never
Yeah,
mind.
okay.
I forgot he died. Yeah, he died.
Oh, you
That's all
did.
you got. Barrett, you're up.
Okay, well, this guy's directly in front of me, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to
Trying to kill you.
I'm going to throw in very, very stern, unsettling words at him.
Hey, you
I would like to speak to your manager.
Oh.
Did your mother know you?
All right, manager.
Hey now.
Wisdom?
Nope, that's just me rolling a d6 and
He gets it.
Oh no, no, I keep forgetting what this is. Yeah, I keep forgetting what this is.
that is a -6 on his next saving throw.
Mark it. Yeah.
Oh, magical effect.
Well, you can just put a d6 nearby him, like a negative bardic. That's because it goes away afterwards,
And
right?
I'm going to cast Distant Whispers at level 2 on him.
Ooh, which one?
A 6. The guy who is right beside Barry. Just put it like on the top of that wall.
Well,
Which
just
is fine.
take it because
You're doing it right away.
I'm doing it
All
right away.
Fuck it.
So
Throw that dice out.
so
Whatever.
it's a wisdom save at a -6.
A Dissident Whispers. Roll a 16. -6. It's a 10
Oh, so 4d6 of damage.
on that guy. Okay.
I tapped that at level 2.
We're mind fucking them right now.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
10.
Ah,
That's 15 psychic damage.
15. All right.
Eat it. Just.
As he kind of like, a little bit of blood starts coming out of his nose. He kind of like, a little bit of fart. Yeah, a little fart.
That was my bonus action and my action. I'm not moving.
All right.
Yep.
Delcern, you're up.
Not too sure bad.
Oh my god.
Fireball number 2 incoming.
Another fireball.
Fireball.
Yep. Right there. So we're
yeah.
nuking that thing and
Nuking that, burning
that
him.
poor little bastard.
Oh,
Make it happen, baby. It's
Too bad all the treasure was
Dex
he isn't banged, right? That's a fail on the save.
No. We can work through the stuff. That's not gonna get so
Did he fail on the save?
Oh, big time, yeah.
All right.
That's like a
well,
6 or something. Terrible.
Eat fire. That's a lot of 6. That's a lot of damage.
Wow.
That is 15, 20, 26, 28 damage.
He is well immolated, actually to the exact hit point. However,
Yes.
they survive.
All right.
Weirdly enough, as like he's like in front of this fire, and just the flames literally completely engulf him, and you just see the silhouette of this orc kind of like before the flames fall. Eventually, as the spell kind of like sucks into itself, he's down to just like fucking muscle and bone underneath. Like all of his skin is gone. Like his hands are down to the bone, like Terminator, and he's just like.
I was going with that.
Or Ragnarok or whoever.
Still alive, but fucked up.
I can't remember.
Okay, that's all you got?
That's who it was.
Usk, you're up.
That's, I think that's all I need for this.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yes.
He's just like fucking skeleton orc, like rah! Skeleton orc. So good. Usk, you're up. Usk, your turn.
I'm gonna help Barrett out and swing at the guy in front of him.
Okay. You see him kind of like swear at this fucking guy.
Usk strong.
12.
Total?
Yeah.
You just hear it clank against the rock. That's miss? Yeah, okay. Orcs are next. So Buddy, who's like dying and on fire and whatnot and in the flames, he's gonna come running out and like grabbing his sword and sprinting towards Archer guy, sprinting towards the
That is
nearest target that he can try and murder.
Skeletor.
Probably actually 30. So if he can make it. If not, he's going to use a bonus action to sprint and move double speed, basically. So
I mean,
actually, he's going to use all of his speed to get to the one who just threw a fireball at him,
Bring it, bitch.
which means that
I'll get an attack of opportunity.
you will get an attack of opportunity. He can't even because you have to go around everyone. He's going to fight to Usk. Yeah, he's going to try and wade into that fight, I guess.
Well, if he goes around like this, am I gonna get an attack of opportunity?
You're too far out of reach there, bud.
Yeah, he can sliver. He can sneak.
If he's going around and he's going there, that's definitely
That's
better.
an attack.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'll allow for an attack. If you hit him, you can kill him.
Okay.
Essentially, he's got 1 hit point. He's just a flame engulfed skeleton orc right now.
17 to hit. With
17
the
hits as he's like screaming by. His body just topples in half, and like the skeleton portion keeps rolling, and, like smashes into the rock wall.
3 points of damage.
Wow, it barely,
Counts fine. Yeah.
but he dies. Okay.
Still dissect.
There's 1, 2, 3 left, and they're all baned.
Yes.
Great. Well, they're all going to attack Usk because you're right there, except for the one who's already attacking Barrett. So I'll do him first. So Barrett, it's 2 plus things, doesn't matter. Into Usk, 7 plus 12.
He's their butt.
And then a 19 minus 1 plus 5, 23.
15, 16, 17.
Ooh.
Damn.
Just
+7 to the
Just makes it.
Oh my god.
Just makes it. So he rolls damage
Shield friend.
for 4 points of slashing, so 2. Weak strike, weak strike. The blade like basically bends in on you, and you can hear the cracking of metal, and as the like structural integrity of this weapon is being compromised against your thick fucking lizard hide, basically. Clunk.
It's like if I poked myself twice.
Don't try to cut me, cut me.
He just grabs the
That's-
hand, like pushes it further and into the beads.
That was all of them. I just missed with everything else.
I'll
Yeah.
be your god.
That was the orcs. Timdale, you're up.
Ray.
Ray.
Drop your knees and
I
purr.
like it. Is he telling him to pray, or is he just saying you want to pray? It's a double
It's a
entendre.
double. You can interpret it as you will at that point.
Either way, it works.
Yeah.
So I am Tails has a climbing speed, but
He has a climbing speed, but it doesn't have spider climb. You can't scale anything essentially. Like rock walls, you can climb a little bit of ways up as long as you have something to climb up to, perhaps. But what's the intention?
getting over here.
It's not spider climb though. It's more that it can climb without,
Eating a
like,
jack-
essentially, if it's what's its movement is 20, right?
15.
Oh, it's 15. So it can, rather than moving half its movement to climb, it can just move 10 feet, essentially. So, like, everybody who doesn't have a climbing speed,
Where's that?
you move half speed to
15,
climb.
15.
You need the cone or you need the
Cone.
Oh, right. I
So
got
we all
everything
go.
but the cone.
There, there.
Spread 'em. Blam.
Spread 'em.
So I can hit both of these on.
From what I can see, yeah.
Cone?
3 of them?
No.
There's only
I'm over here.
The-
Oh, okay.
2 that are probably in range there.
Right here.
I
So
mean, if you hit me,
Dex.
me and Usk
Dex?
are only taking half damage from it.
And minus
Let's take
4.
full, 'cause it's only resistant to piercing slash.
So
it's
first
like I found
one,
all
Certain ones get
Oh.
advantage.
just plus
They're-
zeros. So 18 on the first one. Second
It's
one
like psychic. Yeah.
is 14.
they both pass. But they still take
Okay.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
More fire.
Okay.
What are my numbers here?
Where's my arm?
Oh,
5
and guy is actually not numbered yet. We'll call him number 4.
Okay.
So 8 and 5.
I got
Gotcha.
it.
So
So 5 and 4.
5 is looking really rough.
Okay. And I still have a move. So 1, 2. You can see 4.
Yeah.
I can
And
probably
one
get 5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, you're right up in there.
Okay. One
Get
second.
your big wrench and clock them.
Thanks. And
Conk.
Bang.
wait a second. Sorry. So I can actually get to here instead. And I am going to cast.
The other fact that it's just a bonus action
To activate it, yeah.
I move and activate on the same bonus action.
Yeah. Yeah, it basically works like a creature, but you,
Yeah.
you pull the trigger to activate it as opposed.
Spiritual one.
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew in a line to hit both of these guys.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
And that's Dex, I believe.
And it's Dex, yeah.
Okay, so the first one in the line there is minus 3 from that, plus 1.
That's
So
really good.
13 on the first one.
So that's a pass.
What's your DC?
13.
Oh, okay.
Dang, shit.
And the second one, 9 on the dice, minus 3. Yeah, that one. The second one will fail. Yeah.
Okay, so on his next turn, so he's covered in acid right now. Which number?
The first one in the line.
Okay, so he's covered in acid right now. At the beginning of his next turn, he's gonna take damage.
Oh, if they pass, they don't get anything. I got you. All right, Tim Dillis. Next is Davina.
I think I'm gonna build.
Second one passed.
Second one passed. Yeah. Oh no, the second one failed. The first one passed.
Right, but which one of these?
This is the path.
Closest
Right,
one to
this
you.
one failed, yeah.
Second one
Oh.
failed.
Yes.
Gotcha.
What one's the least hurt?
The second one.
Yeah.
The one in the
Yeah,
back.
number 3 or 4 both
One in
look
the back.
pretty
Oh,
pretty
that one?
mildly
Sorry,
hurt.
number
Yeah.
4.
Alright,
They look
I
good.
am casting Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
All right.
Oh, he's not gonna be too good after.
And roll me an attack roll.
It's 5d6.
Hits.
22.
22 hits.
Alright.
Ashton's
Five.
continuing her streak of high rolls.
Can I borrow some?
It's confirmed that's number 4 she's hitting right now.
Number 4, yes. Correct.
Beautiful, thank you.
So.
Klatten-Bottom's just looking
12.
up at the hills, like fireworks going off.
He's like, what?
You guys are pretty deep into this cavern.
19 damage.
19?
19.
Damn, that is solid.
Yep.
And then he gets advantage on the next attack.
Yeah.
There.
Against him, yeah.
Against him, we get advantage.
We get advantage.
All right, so that's your action.
I'm
I'm powerful now?
And
I took power. It's just a sacrifice.
Except for it's like this darking hex around him, basically, almost.
yeah.
All right.
All I can do.
Which one
Kushagra,
was-
you're up.
Was that one facing me
In the
or back one?
Number 4, yeah. Kushagra, you're up.
Back to the top.
We can still talk through this. As I throw out side blades.
I don't think they understand.
Stop resisting.
Yeah.
We can be friends. I'll throw my first one at the one closest.
Okay.
How are you looking for?
Okay, so that one there.
Like 8
4, 5. He's looking pretty hurt.
Man is.
He's taken a lot of damage, but it's all been like
18.
half. Yeah.
18 hits.
Nice.
Sweet. He's within 5 feet of somebody, yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Oh, yeah.
is now. It's a big
Yeah,
old
we're all-
melee.
We're all fit.
Self-destruct.
5 is 17 points of psychic damage.
You see him kind of drop to the ground before you see this, like, again, red glow coming from, like, the top of his cheeks as his eyes flare up with
This time I'm going to try and
rage.
catch it with my second blade before he roars. 'Cause they do
Oh!
that every time.
As he's like,
Some range spell attacks you. But
3 plus 7.
like for this one.
"Ah!"
Stop saying that.
So he's down to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says 40 takes radiant damage. Yeah.
Which one was that?
I think I'll stay
Number 5. One who's right close to you.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Lucian, you're up.
So I just
Poke him.
I'm gonna get up a little bit
Just
closer.
running
like,
on sheer
from,
adrenaline.
the fire that's already in there. I'm just gonna like push it into the next. Yeah.
Sick.
Burning boys.
Burning
So
hands.
2 decks. Yep. Another burning hands. I'll cast at second level this
All
time.
right, -4 still. That's a fail on the first one. Second one,
and those details are
big fail.
2 highest fails.
Those are bad rolls too on that one. And like 4s on the D4s
I'm
also.
glad I got that debuff, so
I seem to hit you.
13 total.
13 onto those two there.
Yeah, 12.
And both failed, so that's
9,
20.
Jeez.
This 13 is
9, 12, 13.
30.
You got it.
Fuck. Okay, that guy is roasted. So one of them, he goes down after, and you see again, he like, and rage begin to pour out of him. The other one is looking incredibly hurt, but 4 and 5 are on their last breath.
Come at me, Brit.
That's all you got?
Yes. I guess I think it says a bonus action. I can like just resummon the blade, so I've got the shadow blade back in my hand.
Okay, yeah. Returns to you. Barrett, you're up.
okay. I'm going to attempt. I'm gonna just pull my rapier and go to stab at
The roaring one.
the roaring one in front of me.
Very good. That was like a burp.
That is a 15.
15 miss.
Oh.
As you swing up with the rapier, he gets this crude, haphazard, shit-looking shield and just pushes it aside.
Wasn't that the one that I have a bandage on from Davina, or was that a different?
That's the one who's kind of in the middle at the moment. But good memory. Good remembery.
Remember.
Good remembery.
Nice.
You remember real well.
Remember the best. That's just remember.
Misses though, unfortunately.
And then I'm going to cast. I'll cast Healing Word on Lucian.
Okay.
What the fuck he said?
5 seconds ago, he's like, fine.
As long as there's healing going on, I want to know that.
You got some heals?
All right, Thelser, you're up.
He got healed.
You got heals?
Once we get the healing, yeah.
I'm gonna go against type here. I'm gonna do Ray of Frost on the one that Barrett just missed.
Okay.
8.
So range touch
I'll heal for 8.
does a 14 hits.
15 misses. As you see this cold. Yeah.
Really?
3, 5 range touch.
It's fine, yeah. It's a ranged spell now, but it's, yeah, don't worry
Same
about it.
thing.
It's fine. That's some 3.5, like, what would be terminology, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, the 14 will miss, unfortunately, as he's kind of just like, "Ah!" And you see like little sprinkles of snow on his cheeks, but they just melt immediately under like the sheer rage and the fire in the room.
The blood boils.
So that's your action.
Can we see friends? Friends?
Only with 5. Only with 5.
Yeah.
That's all you got? That's all you got at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay, Usk, you're up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you nuke the rest of the Orcs?
See those flames? Yeah, they started themselves.
I'm
All
gonna
the
go
things
for
that
the one
Might
that's
have had money that is gone now.
Okay, advantage on the attack.
You're so broke.
For now.
Leave him.
a 13.
13 misses. These orcs are just in rage right now. As you swing, he kind of like blocks it about, and like spit is covering your face.
Shut up.
Yeah, shoot up. That's all you got? Yeah.
Good boy.
All right. So Screamy Orc, who will attack Barrett first. I'll do him.
Nice.
It's cost.
Oh, acid damage.
Let me do the acid damage first, because he'll actually just die.
This is number 4.
Yeah, he was down to nothing hit points also.
Well, he just took 3 more.
So as he's like about to swing, and his body just kind of like starts melting, and he kind of looking at his hands like.
I'm just watching him through like 30 feet away through flames.
Yes, good.
Bubbling and disgusting. So
Bro.
number 5 is number 4, excuse me. And 5 is trying to attack Barrett, excuse me. Alright. Still baned. It's a crit.
Oh, humanity.
I rolled a lot of dice. I'm surprised there hasn't been any crits, actually, to be honest.
Very true.
We've also rolled a lot of
Yeah, it's exactly, yeah. So
Motherfucker,
8
nice one.
plus 7, 16, 15, 18 points of slashing damage as he kind of like screams at you and just plunges this massive cleaver like straight into you and then flings it free. You're alive still. It's like blood pours out of you. You just flip him off. Like blood is like just draining out of you right now.
I spit and
Like blood.
blood right out.
Ah, so
Is that the
awesome.
one part of you that's not hurt right now?
It's like a
Holy.
Holy.
The one who's still fighting Usk, -4. 9 on the dice, -4. Yeah, he's not going to hit you with that. Not with that one. Timdale, you're up next. You see Barrett just get fucking stabbed, almost dies.
I took you to dinner.
Usk deflects yet another blow.
Dutch, though.
You faced like
Hide your
15 attacks or something. That's so many.
Got this.
I got this.
Okay, well, first I'm going to use my bonus action to activate Tails to do.
Tails never fails.
Use the one in front of
Okay.
me, or in front of Barrett.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Oh, he's baned.
She is.
-4. That's 11.
Oh, I should have took the
Con save.
the
Yeah.
con save.
We'll see, because there's a 14 on the dice.
19.
Yeah, passed. Okay, so he still fails.
Yes.
I think my
For
con is
7 points
plus.
of damage. Yes.
He roasted.
Yeah.
He roasted.
Ooh, good job.
After skewering and like pulling his arm free, just flames just lick up behind him and kind of engulf. And after they are done, you just see his skeleton like in the same pose before it just kind of crumples down.
And I'm going to use my action to grab the salt and give old to Barrett, who's literally right beside
A
me.
slap of the old Vaseline.
Hi then.
So it's
2d8 plus 2, if I'm
2d8.
not mistaken.
Well, double
You have the card, yeah.
Vaseline feels wrong and at the same time so right. So right.
And then Davina, you're up next. So
Alright.
in a sec.
Davina,
But yeah, we just need to get the healing number and then you're good. So
Yeah, you're right. It's 2d8 plus 2.
it's 2, okay. Aha. Something's stuck up there.
Oh, baby. 14 points.
Oh, wait. That's a good Vaseline.
Roll, yes.
You like that?
That's a lot better than the last
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I felt.
That's the stuff. I could lift the fucking Titanic.
It's like all over my hand.
Oh, like between your
there's the
fingers.
one guy left.
It's not flammable. There's a lot of fire around.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 2 again.
All right. Yeah, there's only one guy left. He is the sole survivor so far. Roll me attack.
Stole that motherfucker.
Guiding bolt.
Oh, get.
22.
22 will hit. Roll me some damage. He's looking pretty hurt. He's definitely the healthiest looking since everyone else is dead.
Are you doing a second level again?
What?
First
yeah.
level.
Second level?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it at the second level.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
16.
Nice.
He has 1 hit point left before he goes down to his last hit
Oh
point.
no! You got the bear treatment.
Yeah, he's almost dead, but not quite.
Alright. That, yeah.
Okay,
It's just very
Kushagra.
badly burned.
Yeah.
you are up. There is 1 orc remaining. You see, like this black gloom from Davina's hand just kind of like emanate into this creature, almost highlighting its very essence.
Ooh, advantage. I love that.
Kind of like, still like far too stupid to realize what's going on. There's smoke and fire. It's just
And
chaotic.
his buddies are all dead.
Dying, screaming.
Melting.
Yeah, melting.
We can
Like
negotiate with him.
literally, like,
Just,
Oh!
just one.
Do this, sir.
What if
You
there's
look
a
like a man who
try?
appreciates a good bargain.
I think we should take a prisoner. I don't know. I'm not sure what Moose would say about that. I don't know. I just want a piece.
It does have to go down the chain of people.
Blade of my short
You
sword.
did not.
But I wanted to-
What about their legs?
You try to shout out to the party and be like, let's not.
There's too many bloodthirsty people around.
It's got to go through the whole party before it gets down to the
Also,
orcs.
They just see Barrett almost die.
That's true.
I'm gonna just toss a little side blade. Just like
Throw it at the ceiling and bounce it off.
Oh my.
Ricochet.
20, 30, 20.
Yes.
20 will hit. Damage.
6 plus 5 is 11 points of damage.
Knocks him onto his ass before he kind of like. You see his chest like bump up and his eyes flare up again. And he's.
Ow.
He's not actually prone for the sake of like rolling.
Bonus action.
Stay alive.
Oh, I forgot to take advantage on that. Could've crit on that.
You could have. Still would have done the
My
same
bonus
thing.
action was a 3.
I got this.
It's miss, Lucian.
Come on.
One orc remaining, screaming.
I got my shadow blade in my right hand, then I pull out my short sword with my left. They're both finesse, both light, so I'm able to go in and just.
Oh, sick. Roll me attack.
It's the first one. The short sword.
Short swords first.
Natty one.
You're like, you've
Yeah,
never even used it before. You're like, ah.
13.
Total? Good.
12, yeah.
Good
Come to me.
Lord. Miss. Barrett, you're up.
Lucian, you don't got that.
I found out that I could.
Brutes.
Roy.
Yeah, main attack and then bonus action for an offhanded attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're both light too.
Fuck you, vicious mockery.
Ah! Nat 20.
Is the most related.
Diplomacy.
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
I tried every means of
Yeah.
killing you.
Would you like to
Talk about it.
How
No,
about you,
there was no hope for peace
That's
here. Magic
fine.
missile.
That's big.
It?
Peace was
Felserm.
but an illusion.
That would be
Magic missile? Alright, he's dead.
That would be 12.
His body just looks like Swiss cheese afterwards, and it just kind of like crumples into itself. A little bit of green ears, kind of.
I just wanted to go and throw it on the fuck
peace.
you.
So like how
Quick little break there.
quickly
This
is
place going in.
this place going up in flames or filling up with smoke?
So, yes, on that exact note, the smoke in the cave that you're in is beginning to fill like half the room right now. It's incredibly smoky right now, and flames are still like burning the material of the tent slowly.
Yeah, I want to quickly see if I can
Can I try
find
to?
anything.
No, I don't think I can. Use prestidigitation to start putting out the fires.
Not with precipitation.
It's like putting out candles.
The candles, torches,
Yeah.
small
Like,
campfires.
this is like erupting blaze at the moment.
levels.
Fire.
Something like you might be able to do something with something, but that wouldn't
just should
do much.
do the same thing but with water instead.
Sorry, Davina, you wanted to be trying to find
Not a
treasure
hydromancer.
in the tents or on the
That
corpses?
would be cool.
Okay, because the tents are currently burning down quite heavily. Probably an investigation check in that case.
Like search of that.
20. I'm dirty 20.
Okay, that's pretty darn good.
Dirty.
Who's strict?
How much damage do you take?
How much damage could a bear take if bear took damage?
So the
I'm the
creatures
only one that has fire
themselves,
resistance.
the ones that have anything left on them that hasn't been completely burned off them, or acid
What was
or
that?
something else terrible, they are wearing large clothes that are typically not suitable for like humanoids, so fashioned of like furs and kind of stretched leather and thickened hides and things like that. They have many of these hefty, great, nasty-looking, crude weapons on them as well. Bows, hefty, what you would maybe classify as like a sword, I guess, like a big fucking metal cleaver, basically, like Usk's axe. Very similar sort of make and style. The tents are burning.
Yeah.
The things inside them burning. However, unscathed from all this, in the corner of the room, right about here actually, you find some supplies, neatly enough. They're not neatly arranged, but you do find some things. There are some sacks that have been left over with the remains of smashed grape juices and skins and sticks and stems throughout them, but have been otherwise consumed. You find
Yeah, I'll grab a bag of
Okay.
that. Just one. just to show evidence. Yeah.
Okay.
So I missed a spot.
The like empty sack, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, like with like the remnants of
Yeah.
stuff in it.
Not one time.
There is a crudely made barrel of like some sort of liquid inside, with the top open on it that they've been consuming out of. There's 50 pounds worth of dried meats as well. Various types and kinds. It's hard to discern based on the
Re-ration.
possibly
I think.
boar,
That's
some
best.
fish, things like that.
Yep.
All right.
Look at my rations.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Everything else is kind of burning.
Gotta go.
Can I quickly start to try and put out the fire on one of these tents?
With what?
That's a great question.
We had water.
I don't have that.
Your water's in there, but have a pint of water. That's why Noel had to.
Can I?
Yeah. It's probably on fire big time. Actually, it was like in the center of it's gone. It's been burning hands probably like 3 different times and like a flamethrower.
That just means it's charbroiled.
It's like 1 second.
How do you think how
Very
pretty that
crispy.
would be, like,
Alright, it's an 18. I'd say it's still on the pole and like on fire.
How much would the tent weigh itself? Is it posted down to the ground?
On fire.
How
I mean,
much
you-
does it weigh?
I have no idea. A large tent for sure.
Can I
Judging
try
by
and
the
lift the tent up into the ceiling.
well, they're
Use.
Like-
Wait, no, I can't. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me.
it's on fire, so you can try to.
No, but I
don't
already
know
used
if
my
you do
2
this.
second
The
ones.
ceiling isn't very high. The cavern is quite
I was going to
low.
use levitate to lift up an object.
Well, what do we
that's-
think it's made out of? Like a hide?
It is nailed down.
It
Yeah.
is nailed down. Okay.
Like they're fixed into position well enough.
I think that a tent that large would probably be like.
It sleeps like 8 people.
pounds,
Yeah.
like, probably even more.
I can
Way more.
levitate 500 pounds.
Way. Oh well, that's definitely less than 500
But
pounds.
I have.
I would say it's probably less than 500
All
pounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
burning.
Yeah.
But it's nailed down, like
Yeah.
secured in place, basically. But as like the flames are licking it clean, like burning it away. So it's like half of it is just being consumed and consumed and consumed further in.
At this point, I grabbed Tails and I'm just waiting at the entrance of away from the fire.
Okay.
Can I
That doesn't make our
suggest
escape.
I'm
somebody
just
grab
watching everyone.
and I grab a boot.
Is there?
Take one of the orcs' shoes off.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
I
chopping
take one of
ahead.
the orc shoes.
You're taking
and
a
then
head?
I was like gonna suggest somebody take a head.
Already on it.
It was just like, yep.
I have the shoe in the bag of like the leftover. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And it's still filling up with smoke. Tyndale, you're out of the room.
I'm now proceeding to leave.
You're leaving as well.
It's
It was chopping the head off.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Is there anything deeper in the cave?
Only.
It does go further in, yeah. You can see where you came out one end, but it does continue
I
further.
don't know if it has an exit that way.
Exactly.
And this is filling up with smoke.
And if that's
Exactly.
rising on that side, then the smoke will be going that way as well.
Yeah, you guys came up to get to where you are, so it would be. It seems to be flowing in that direction,
We
at
could
least from what you could
potentially
tell. But it's
ransacked
We do
the
not
area.
have much.
Yeah, once
You're
the
right.
fires.
Let's head back down.
you guys are
It's kind of hard to miss.
peacing out.
now.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. For the sake of time, you guys escape, get out of the cave. That would have taken you. What time did I leave off? It's like 5, so it's probably about 6 o'clock. So you come out, and it's pretty dark out. It's darkening. It'll be about 6 p.m. by the time you guys come out of the cave. And you're at the top. It's a 3-hour, like 3.5 to 4 hour down to Klatten-Bottom from here. So, which will bring you to around 10 o'clock as you guys make your way back.
Okay.
10 p.m.
Any issues? Any roots?
Yeah.
No,
Not that.
not today.
Oh, no, I'm out of fireballs.
So you guys spend the rest of your time walking back to Klatten-Bottom.
I feel like we're cutting it closer than we probably should have.
It's definitely a.
Couple of hours, it'll be the day that we are to meet our idols, this village.
Did you give them a time?
I don't. Well, they didn't give us a time either, so.
We find them. We'll make it back to this village.
I would like to be able to scope out the area and wait for them to get there before. So we're waiting for them instead of them waiting for us.
So we stay here tonight and travel back tomorrow morning?
First night.
If we are able to stay here, this Mr. Klatten-Bottom wasn't so hospitable.
Well, we're not going to be able to go back and then come back.
Might also change his tone depending on how he feels about us to save the future of his crops.
So you saw as well.
Give us the news.
Oh, those guys, the orc head. So,
Worst case, sleep out on his lawn, and then first light.
You did tell us we could.
Yeah, first light trek out, and then
gives it a time.
meet with the elves, and then
Meet with win.
hopefully we get
And then die.
and hopefully we get to talk to Atunda at some point to tell her.
Get elf head.
No.
Get some knoll head.
Hell?
Knoll head, orc head. Good.
Any kind of head.
All
Any
about
kind of
that
head.
Give head.
Give head.
So, in the interest of, it's like 11:30, so we'll try and wrap it up a little bit towards the end here. You guys arrive back at Klatten-Bottom. With permission you have already been granted, he said you were welcome to camp out in his yard behind his property, or behind the manor.
Nice night out.
Nice. Clear, starry sky, quite beautiful. It is like 10 o'clock, so it's dark by the time you guys arrive, but there's, like, tonight the moon is out, it's a little starlit, it's a little bit of, like, moonlighting, and it's actually incredibly beautiful as you are descending down. It's actually legitimately really beautiful. Like you're on a fucking amazing vineyard on a plateau that's overlooking a beautiful lake with mountains behind you and jungle all around. It's really, really nice. It's really nice.
I think we should still take watch, even though we are in a relatively safe location.
I still like the name of Elstorm or Elstrom the winery.
Kill Klatten-Bottom, take the winery for ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's get the deal first.
So you guys making camp? What?
Give.
I'll take first watch.
I will join you on this watch.
Who watches it?
My watch doesn't.
Because I need to sleep.
All right. So first watch, and then we'll need at least 1 second watch.
I'll take second.
Okay.
I shall sleep through the whole night.
All right.
It's a good idea.
As well.
All right. So first watch. Roll me some perception checks for one.
Go team impulse control.
Yes.
9 plus your body.
10 or 14.
Okay. For perception.
That's
Sure.
with your.
So as you guys are watching the skies in the evening, it's very quiet. Like you can see at some point the lights in the manor go out as the people that are actually in the home eventually put things out and go to final rest. Kushagra, as you are watching, keeping track of things as much as you can, looking around, at some point you lose track of your fellow companion who has been watching with you. You look, and you see them walking away. Thalcern, yes. See him walking away from the camp.
Bye.
Bags packed. Bag.
It's got a suitcase.
Backpack.
Leaving us so soon, Thalcern.
I told you that my trip here was personal. I still have to recover the relic of my brother.
Do you know where you're heading next?
Down the road. He always did like the mountains.
Perhaps our paths will cross again.
I certainly hope so. I extend my hand towards him.
Good luck on the quest.
And you as well.
As you shake hands and watch him walk out into the night on the road southward.
Check my bags, make sure it's stupid.
Really? Honestly, mate.
Honestly.
I
Honestly.
did, but honestly.
You go through your things. You find all of your items.
The orc head, on the other hand.
Totally dirty.
Enemy for life.
I find out.
But eventually, as the hours pass by, uneventful. Otherwise,
I wake up.
you find
second watch.
waking up Lucian for second watch. Lucian, you awake. One less member around the campsite.
Is it just you?
Everyone else is sleeping. Yeah, just Kushagra and Lucian right now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna do
I'll
second
try
watch,
and wake
but
you
I
up.
was,
Oh, you can
I
do
was.
second watch.
But I don't have to.
It's up to
Maybe
you.
we're both gonna do it.
So if you're waking up as well, sure. Timdale's there too.
Cern decided to take the rest of his journey alone.
3 times.
I felt it was unnecessary to ask him to stay.
It's fair.
So our paths will cross again.
Hands are like over his giant wound.
I grew up here.
Bid you good night. Good night. Tim. Up to. Up to. Tim. What's that? I don't know. Tim.
It didn't look like that from where I was.
No, Tim.
Heart of Mora.
Get head.
Not Tim.
Get in head.
Yeah.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah, she's up. She's kind of sitting beside the little fire there. I'm assuming we have a fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't keep poking it. We didn't have enough.
There's like a fire pit out back, actually. A couple benches. It's like
Oh,
a
okay,
cozy
like
little
fire.
sitting
So
spot.
we're,
Yeah.
so we're there.
Yeah.
The stars.
And I'll be grinding some more of the medicinal herbs
Okay.
at the same time. Quietly, so not to disturb. my sleeping
Stargazing.
companions.
Engage with the moon's looking like. The full moon.
About 3/4 full. Getting there.
Soon.
If it's quiet between us, yeah, all the eating tomatoes like my
Mortar
exactly.
pestle.
My
Mortar
grinding
pestle,
mortar
yeah.
pestle.
Yeah.
But in silence you hear faintly.
Lucian, I think my father is also in Castle Avondale.
Serious.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Is that what Klatten-Bottom was talking about?
The other one that he reminded you. You reminded you. Tell me we'll find it. You don't want it.
I don't know, but we can maybe use that to get in, but I don't know what it means.
I want to talk about
Okay. Thank you, Tim.
Many World Masters' Heart of Mora is recorded in Chibuktuk, in Mi'kmahi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which recognizes Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik title and establishes rules for what is to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people and proudly support working and cooperating together to create a peaceful community where we can all live our best adventure.